Hey guys, sorry for the wait. I had to fix some stuff that wasn't working. So for example, the last time I thought I was streaming to Twitch, it wasn't doing that. So now it finally is, hopefully. It looks like it. Thank you for joining me this Friday evening. I hope you're having a good time and good night. Excuse me. And we're going to be doing this particular summon that I know a lot of you guys have certain opinions about. I didn't do it just yet. I saved it all week just for this. What's up, guys? We could still let... no, you guys have been waiting long enough. Anyway, let me know how the audio is, if everything's good. Should be. Hope it is. What's up? So, I think to start it off, we'll talk about this find and vote stuff, but I also have the old phone again. And now I'll leave it up to you guys. Are we going to summon this free 5-star on the old phone first before I do the real account? This is an alt account that I don't use anymore. I just get the feeling because last time I got Winter Tharja on this, and it was obviously much better than the Summer Leo that I got from the other free 5-star. So I'm kind of nervous because I feel like if I pull again on this account, it's going to be the better one than the real account. But we're going to do it anyway. But you guys can let me know what order you want to do it in. And, yeah, so let's talk about find and vote. Because it seems to me like this is kind of our iteration of a Hero Rises for this year. And it seems like they didn't want to do a Hero Rises again. And probably because of what happened with it last year. And so if you're not familiar, a Hero Rises was another similar event where you got to vote for a character that you wanted everybody to get in Fire Emblem Heroes for free. And alongside that announcement, and that was cool because, you know, a lot of people could use some more distant counter fodder. If people had never pulled a Hector before, that would have been great for everyone to get. But alongside that announcement for Hero Rises, they decided to also announce Legendary Ike. And I have nothing against Legendary Ike, but they should have known by doing that what was going to happen because it was pretty obvious. So then everybody wanted the Legendary Ike, and ultimately Legendary Ike won. It wasn't even really a contest anymore. But thankfully, Legendary Ike has been incredible for F2P guides and stuff. I mean, you see everybody use him all the time. He's constantly in rotation for some of those Legendary and Grand Hero Battle maps that people are finding solutions for. So it wasn't really a bad ending, so to speak, to have gotten him. But at the same time, it also wasn't really a voting event. And now with some of the power creep that we had within the past year, I kind of feel like they knew who people would instantly vote for this time if we did the same thing again, because it probably would have been Legendary Azura with that broken infantry and flyer movement. So I feel like that's why they didn't want to do it again exactly like that. So this time instead, we've got 4 representatives, one from each of the different colors, and instead it's random. And I know a lot of you guys out there pulled some unfortunate stuff. I don't know what I'm going to pull, but it could be bad, could be good. I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't really have a problem if I did pull Legendary Lyn, because I could use more Legendary Heroes. In fact, let's take a look. If we sort by Blessing. Yeah, so I have the Legendary Lucina. Wouldn't mind getting another one of her, to be honest. I do have Legendary Azura in the first place. She's got kind of a meh IV, so I wouldn't mind the merge on her, potentially to fix it. But at the same time, like, you don't need merges on dancers, so... I was fortunate enough to pull her on the banner, so worst case scenario today, we just get something that I didn't really need. But aside from that, Legendary Ephraim here. Then who else are we looking at here? I don't really have a lot of Legendary Fire characters at all. Obviously Fjorm. And then we've got... who's next here? Hreed. And Gunthra. Yeah, that's it. So I could use, honestly, that Legendary Lyn wouldn't be too bad, because I think there's also going to be a new mode that they announced coming in the future that's also going to take advantage of Legendary Heroes as well. So that could be really good for Legendary Heroes. So I know a lot of people are very disappointed from pulling her, but personally I wouldn't mind it. I think her animation is also pretty cool. I know she's kind of a not that great unit, but yeah, that's not the one I'd be upset about. I don't really want the Duma, because for Aether Raids, he's pretty easy for people to get around. I think he goes down to Reinhardt really easily and stuff like that. He's just not that big of a threat as you might initially think. The Halloween Myrrh wouldn't be too bad because she is kind of an annoying unit, but I don't really use Dragon Emblem that much, honestly. So that wouldn't be the ideal pick either, but we're going to see what happens. So what do you think? Am I pulling on the old alt account first, or are we going with the real account? Which one do you think is going to be more lucky? Welcome, guys. Welcome to anybody joining just now. Let's see what we got here. Main first. I see 2 main first, 2 alts. Alt, alt, old first. Okay. Oh my god, you guys are like 50-50 right now. It keeps going back and forth. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? Maybe I'll, well, let's see. Yeah, it's, you guys are like 50-50. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna open up a coin flip. 1 second. Let me just add this to the stream. Nope, not that. Sorry, it's my first time using Streamlabs today too, instead of just straight up standard OBS, so a little bit different. All right, this is what I want. Boop. Okay. All right, so Tails is going to be main account. All right, Heads is the alt. Ready for this? Tails, main account. Okay. Let's do it, boys. Hey, what's up, IDC SAO? Streamlabs UI is horrid compared to OBS. Yeah, it's not great. To be honest, I prefer OBS Classic above OBS Studio, but I do like how Studio has the audio broken out a bit nicer. Okay, so we're going in. A lot of theories about this, this by the way, but we're gonna go in. So some people were originally wondering if Intelligent Systems was going to change the sounds for each of the orbs and just make them yellow, but accidentally leave in the sounds, because you might or might not know, because there's a lot of stuff going around of people sharing, each orb makes a slightly different sound. So you might have been able to figure out what was underneath each orb originally, but unfortunately that was disproven. However, the other thing that people were wondering too is it already predetermined when you go into summon? Because there is a possibility that if you go in here, I don't know if you're gonna, oh, does that not make a sound at all? Oh, it does. It's a little quiet, sorry guys, but what I was wondering, what the second theory was that popped up was, is it already predetermined before you basically go in? So once you go in, is it basically all the same character hidden behind each of these orbs? And secondly, because of that, does it make the old sound of whatever color it really is underneath it? So if you compared the sounds of this screen to somebody else, would it be the same? And I never saw the conclusion to that, if they do actually just straight up make all the same sound or not. They probably do. Intelligent Systems seems pretty thorough when it comes to this kind of stuff, but just some cool theories going around. All right, you guys are going to help me pick. Which one am I going for here? Top, bottom, left, or right? They're all Duma. I hope not. Please no. I do know, guys, that it is random in the sense that they're not all located in the same spot. So if you went top and you got Azura or something like that, not necessarily going to be the case for me. I'm just wondering, for myself, is the choice already made? Like, does it really matter which of these orbs I click on now? Is it already done? Right, left, right, top. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a, because this will help me. I'm going to do a poll. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do a straw poll. I'll let you guys pick. And then when you get me Duma, I can be mad. I don't know. 1 second. Top, right, bottom, left. All right. Just gonna post this in here. Click on that and vote. And let me add it to this window for a second here, because that'll help too. So you guys can see the result on stream. Window is gonna be this one. Oop. Let's make that a little bit prettier. We got a super chat from DRedFighter73. Thank you. Hey Crit, just wanted to say hi and wish my own luck. Your friend, the Kagero Solar Red. I still have Kagero Summoner supported. It breaks my heart to like remove it from her, so I have not. But it really actually helped her. She could use a refine, truthfully, but it's been pretty good. Let's view the results so far. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Thank you for the support. Left. Oh. See, I kind of thought what was going to happen here is because left was the bottom answer, nobody was going to pick that one. Instead, top is the least picked, and that was the first one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give it some more time here. Let me post it again for anybody new that's just joining in. Vote on which orb I'm going to pick. Which direction are we going in here? Get me my free Duma. Please not Duma. We need Poison Dagger Refine. Yes, we do. Absolutely. I am really glad, though. We'll talk about it later when we talk about the app update. Sonya's getting a Refine. Dark Excalibur is getting a Refine. So I'm kind of stoked about that. I like Sonya a lot. Left equals communism. Keyblade Master says, Stevie, my Ares is finally plus 10. Nice. You were like plus 9 for a while, I think, right? So you finally got the last one. Line Perfect says, why don't you want Duma, LOL? I just think he's not quite as good. Like, it wouldn't be the end of the world anyway, because I don't have Duma already. I'm really not going to be mad no matter what, really, but he's just a lot easier to take down in Aether Raids than I think a lot of people thought that he was going to be. They thought he'd be more of a threat and more useful, but I think he's pretty easy to overcome. Like I said, I think Reinhardt can take him out without too much trouble and stuff like that, and that's, you know, a pretty common threat that you're going to find on people's Aether Raids offense teams, or at least it was before. Maybe not in the highest tiers anymore, but... Don't forget that the free pick still has IVs, by the way. Yes, it does. Ready for that minus attack curse? All right, let's refresh this. What we got here? Left is still... Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. I'm going to post this one more time in here. Let anybody else that has not voted yet vote, if you want to vote. And then we'll go. But it looks like it's a slight lead here. 3 votes, but left is winning. Left option is green, and Lynn's hair is green, so go for the top, bro. That is true, actually. That's pretty funny. You guys, now it's tied up. All right, let's get a couple more votes in here, because it's tied up again. Oh, now top is winning. Just barely. Just barely. Left starts with L and Lynn starts with L. Top is now green though, if you look. So that's not good. Connor So says, hi, dude. What's up? Thank you for joining me. Happy Friday. People, come on. All right. How long are these live streams? I started at about 8 o'clock. Some people were waiting longer than that because I had to fix some stuff. Thank you guys for waiting, by the way, and sticking around. But I'll probably stream for at least an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I have a bad habit of sitting here for like 5 hours when I actually stream because it's not the most common occurrence, and we kind of just stick around. But yeah, let's see what it says now. Left is winning again. You know what? I'm like super curious at this point if left is going to be L for Lynn. So I think we got to do that one. I think we're doing it. It was winning for the most part. So we ready, boys? We're going for it. We need some hype music here for a second. Hold on. That's not hype enough. Let's go. Here we go. Determination. Sacred Stones. Classic. We ready? Duma, Duma, please. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. Come on. You guys knew it. Oh my god, I'm not even mad. Not even mad. Let's see what the IV is. Plus defense, meh IV, but you know what? It's better than minus attack. I know some of you guys out there got minus attack. Oh my god. You guys are right. Left was green, and left stands for Lynn. It's not the worst timeline. I actually wanted a, I love that it asks you to leave a review now after that too. Imagine all the awful reviews they got. It might just be because this is not my real phone that we're playing off of though. But that's pretty funny. Okay, well, that's that. We have one more account. Should I let you vote again? We'll probably vote again on which one to pick, even though it doesn't matter. But like I said, I'm not mad about the Lynn. I could use another legendary hero. I know a lot of people are mad. But I do actually like her animations a lot. I don't think it's going to show it in here. We could bring her on a chapter later or something, but that's pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Anyway, thank you guys for the help. Actually, like, out of all those characters, I didn't truly need another legendary Azura, because I have one. And like I said, you don't really need merges on dancers, really. I didn't really want Duma, and Halloween Mer's like, so... Out of all the options, at least this is a new character for me, and at the end of the day. But sorry to all you guys out there that ended up getting Legendary Lyn, and you didn't want Legendary Lyn. So, rip. But thanks for helping me with a vote, guys. Okay, let's do one more vote. I'm going to do another straw poll, and we're going to vote which orb to go with on this one. How's the audio, guys? We still good? Let's do another one. Whoops. Alright, next poll for the alt account. Which one we going with? And let me add this back in here. Right there for now. People saying right this time? Okay, actually let me let's go in here. Still reminding me about all the other crap since I never play on this account. But we're going in. You guys are going to pick now. Left because why not? Imagine it was double Lins. Double left Lins. Oh my god, everybody's going left again. Alright, we're gonna find out. Now that you got Lin play Lady of the Plains. Oh, I think I do have that track actually. Hold on a second. That maybe that'll set up what's to come here. Let me find that track. There we go. Location. Let's add this to here. All right, Lin's theme it is. Are we going for double Lins today? Yes, spectacular. You quote unquote amaze me, Lucky Crits. Mang's memes. Let's see what we got. Yeah, everybody's going left. Okay, I don't think we need to wait any longer. Let's do it. Everybody wants to see what happens with the left. All right. Let's find a better way of showing this. Will we get another Lin? We're going, boys. What do we got? What do we got? Myrrh. Halloween Myrrh. Going with the strong reds on this account, because now Christmas Tharge are on Halloween Myrrh, but okay. Alt account. Doesn't matter, but no double Lin, unfortunately. I'm sure you guys would have had a blast with that if I did that. Cody says, wow, you got a Myrrh. Must be nice. Unfortunately, that's my alt, so it doesn't really matter on that account. But that's okay. For anybody that got a Lin, I understand. I feel the pain, but I'm not mad about it. I'm fine. Totally fine with that. Let's talk the next app update now. What's up, Henry Gutierrez? Got a couple things coming. It's not the biggest update month, but this is the thing that we've been waiting for a long time now at this point. So in case you didn't know just yet, make sure that you save all of your really, really good fodder. You know, units that have multiple good skill trees on them. Somebody like, if you have extra like Raids, I think. Actually, let's take a look. So I'm waiting on a couple people. I think Ophelia. Ophelia is a good example. I've got a couple Ophelias in here that I'm saving. Because I went super hard on one of the mage banners that we had a little while ago. So she's got Rally Up Attack Plus. Not the greatest assist ever, but the extra SP, really, really good for maxing your arena score in arena with your teams. So that's good there. Then we also have Chill Res is pretty good off of her, so that's something that, in like a situation where you'd probably want to get at least 4 of her skills, so save that. I've got an extra Lewin lying around that I didn't use yet. Ironically, we just did, on one of the last streams, I just sacrificed the other Lewin to Ishtar. Let's find Ishtar here. We literally just did this, and we gave her Juicy Wave, and if I waited another month, I could have gotten other stuff off of Lewin. Oh, and I just did Selena. Selena's actually the worst, unfortunately, the worst one, because with Selena, where's Selena? With Selena, we grabbed what's it called? Blue Flame off of Owain. And if I had waited a month, because I grabbed Blue Flame, and since Blue Flame doesn't have, it only has, I think, Bonfire or something before it, I managed to grab Wrath 1 and 2 off of him. And if I waited another month, I could have grabbed Wrath 1, 2, 3, and Blue Flame, and that would have been amazing. Because now I would have to sack some random Wrath unit and pretty much waste them just to finish off that. I mean, Selena doesn't necessarily like run Wrath on a lot of builds, but it would have been nice to have the opportunity to do that. So that's unfortunate, but We didn't know that this update was coming. What's up? Thank you for the super chat. Henry Gutierrez, Henry Gutierrez, $5. Here's for some orbs. Thank you, bro. And thank you guys for joining me. But yeah, so this is going to be a great month for skill inheritance. Just don't do it yet until the app update drops. Especially, I mean, some units, there's only one good thing off of them anyway, so like that's fine for right now. But in a lot of cases, especially with a lot of the new units, they have more than one thing that you're going to want to grab. So inherent skills getting an expansion, so that's great. We have a change to dark and anima mythic effects. So basically, it's just they're going to be. I think you're going to lose a little bit less lift, is what it is. Let me take a look. Yeah, lift loss for defense failures is going to be changing a little bit, so getting a little bit of a buff there, but like I said, Duma's still not that great, unfortunately. We have a lot more refinery upgrades. I like that they're doing so many characters now at this point. This is great. This is phenomenal. Although, you know, a lot of these are just because they use the same spellbook, basically. But I like to see this. I'm super excited about Dark Excalibur. I don't know necessarily what they could put into it, but I just noticed the other day, I guess I forgot, Lewin also has Desperation built into his tome too, and I was like, ugh, so good. So I would hope that something like that, a solid B skill, or maybe even just a decent A at least, ends up into Dark Excalibur's Refine, because that would make it quite good. And I'd love for Sonya to be a little bit more competitive at this point. Gotta love how they're using Brave Celica for the advertisement of the new fodder update. It's true. It is true. I'll be honest with you, though. I love Echoes. I like Celica a lot. I'm really tempted to give somebody Deathblow 4. I've only got one of that Celica, but I'm tempted because I pretty much never use her. And I hate that her sword sticks. I've said this like 3 times already in different streams, but I really hate that her sword breaks the frame and like sticks out really far. That bothers me. But I do like Celica a lot. So we got Dark Aura. I don't necessarily know if that's going to be better than... Lind already got her own refined for Aura, which is quite good. It's good for mage teams, if I remember correctly. It's like speed and attack or something, +5. Let me take a look. I've been trying to use her more, but I haven't really thrown her on like a main team or anything yet. Yeah, attack and speed +5 during combat, if within 2 spaces of a magic or staff ally. So not too bad. And she also has the built-in original buff from Aura for the attack +6 to magic and staff allies. So that's good mage team stuff right there. Let's go back here. Aside from that, we have Klein getting an update here with Argent Bow. Usually what they do when characters get upgrades and they have certain particular weapons that kind of elicits an example of that character in your mind. So for example, Klein usually has Brave Bow. I don't think that he would lose the Brave Bow effect. It's probably going to be like a special Brave Bow. I mean, maybe they don't want to do that because they don't want to basically refine Brave Bows. So that could be an example where they do change it. But we have gotten characters before who kept their little weapon quirk with the new weapon that they got. Leo was unfortunately somebody that lost his gravity effect, I think. So that was super unfortunate for him. Leo needs like another refine or something. I feel so bad for Leo. I love using Leo. His sprite looks so cool, but he's just like, he doesn't double, and he never gets the kill for me, unfortunately. So that's not the greatest. We also have Sophia here. I'm going to be happy seeing that she's getting a refine, because she could use a little extra love and attention for sure. I'm not really sure what they would go in that direction, but she's kind of slow, so it's probably not going to be anything speed related. Maybe a B skill or something built into there. That'd be cool. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. We also have 2 brand new heroes coming from Heroic Grails, Naysala, Sky Shadow, and Camilla, Steamy Secrets. I've seen a lot of people actually using Camilla in Aether Raids. She's become pretty popular, and Naysala is obviously extremely good as a free-to-play unit. I've kind of been saving a lot of my Heroic Grails to be used on, what's her name, Aversa, because I don't have a +8 or whatever the last merge that she gets HP at. I don't have her up to that point. I think I have her at like +2 or maybe just +1 actually. I'm not sure, but I was saving mine for that because I like Aversa a lot. Also, Thank goodness a change to the seals window, because with the way that it currently is right now, so this is like really stupid. Change equipment, equip seals. There's like no rhyme or reason to like the order of stuff, so you just have to like remember. And like certain things are just in weird places. Like it's really bad. Like at least if it was, you know, you could sort by alphabetical order, or like sort options would be amazing in that one, like in this menu. A lot of menus actually could use that. So I'm kind of happy about that. It's going to be good. And I like how they have the different slots here. So if you know that the skill is like a C skill slot, you can scroll down to that point. But that's going to be it for the next major app update. I guess a little unfortunate in that sense. We got some good stuff here for sure. But a lot of people are still hoping for, you know, pool revamps and stuff like that. And there's a lot of other stuff that we could use. So hopefully in the near future, because we could use a little bit of a change here. Sorry, we're going to change the music because I know you guys have been listening to this for a while. Let's go with this guy. That's good. This one's always good. Anti says, all my heroic grails will go to Titania. I haven't used the new Titania very much, actually. Don't build her, build Naysala. I don't have that many beast units. I did manage to get Selkie, but I think her IV is bad, and I do have like a minus attack Nyla. Yeah, look at minus attack Selkie. Pulled a little bit on the beast banner, but I ended up getting pity broken by like Sanaki here. It's my first Sanaki. For a collector's standpoint, it's not the worst, but yeah. I still haven't decided if I'm going to merge this Leo or sack him for, what does he have, a ploy, attack ploy. Thinking about that. And what other... There was another... Oh, there was a Levitain banner that I pulled a lot of these random reds. I got pity broken so much pulling for Levitains, but I managed to get Levitain up to +7. So not too shabby there. Still has a garbage support rank. I might have to switch this. Although it is Legendary Lucina. I'm trying to use Legendary Lucina, whoops, in Aether Raids. But I had some Aether Raids matches the other day, and they didn't go so good with Legendary Lucina. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to build a better team with her. Fjorm, oh my god, last season of Aether Raids was so good. I was up to... I've missed, unfortunately, a lot of days of Aether Raids over the past, you know, couple of months that it's been around. I definitely have not played like every single day, so my score wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't awful. I was like top 20k on average easily. But this past Aether Raid season, I was in the top 3k because I do have the double airs, because I knew to pull a lot for air when air came out, so I had saved orbs, and I used them for that. So I had the double airs for the extra points, which is always great. And then Fjorm. Fjorm was such a champ in the last Aether Raid season, coupled with, you know, some drives and stuff like that. As long as your team had support for Fjorm and like attack defense bond seals and stuff like that, she just tanked and destroyed like entire defense teams. She was incredible. It's probably good that she's not a bonus anymore, but I'm kind of mourning her already because now I have to play with other stuff and kind of make some of my other stuff a little bit better this time around. But yeah. Unseen Force says, nice. All season, close to tier 19. Stuck in tier 20. Yeah. I actually, so what's really interesting, I'm probably going to be proven wrong here. I do need to do some rounds because I have 250 here. It's basically every single day I keep working on stuff, and then at night I'm like, oh crap, I need to like go do some Aether Raids matches really quick and like decrease this so I can actually keep getting some more Aether. And the problem with that is then like each night, like I'm not necessarily ready or in the mindset to play Aether Raids, and I keep just like scrubbing hard. But we finally had a defense loss here, so darn it. But before that, this entire season, I hadn't lost any points because it was either pretty good successes here and there, and it might be because my tier dropped really bad, or I think I'm like top 16k or something really bad, or I was yesterday. What am I now? 16,000, so not good, garbage. But it's because like I haven't used any of this score. It's also not air season anymore, so you know, not the best there. But yeah, and this defense could be much better. It's not that like AIDSy. It's kind of just hobbled together a little bit, just throwing some stuff in there. And I'm not even using a bonus unit, which is bad. It's not what you want to do, because you should benefit from the extra stuff. But anyway, that's, for some reason, that's been working until today with that failure of 80. But yeah, so we dropped pretty hard there, but I'm really just waiting to do a lot of skill inheritance here, because I have a lot of good stuff lying around still, and I meant to get rid of a lot of it on that last live stream, and thank God I did not, because of the update that's coming now, because I would have wasted a lot of extra potential skills that I can get on stuff. But sooner or later, either I'm going to keep this Lewin, because I did forget that Foresighty does have Desperation built in. It's pretty good. I mean, Lewin, I always knew that Lewin was good, but I had so many greens that I like potentially more, like Sonya. Not quite as good as Lewin. Hopefully with that refined, she'll be better. But, yeah, I don't know. I have to think about it. Let's see, should we summon? I'm trying to think. Actually, there is Lewin on that banner. You know what? Yeah, here's what we're going to do. It's silly because we have this Legendary Hero banner, which is good. I managed to pull another Harid from it, actually. It's like my 4th one. So that's really, really solid, because he's got the distant counter if I want to do that, and he's also got attack smoke. So I can do, in March, I can do distant counter and attack smoke 3 on somebody, which is really quite cool. So I'm kind of stoked about that. My original Harid, I don't think I merged him, did I? I think that means I have 2 fodder Harids at this point. Yeah. So here's the real one. Got that nice minus speed IV right there. Don't really need to fix that, but, you know. Anyway, Harid is super good on either defense teams. He's really annoying to deal with in a lot of cases, and I love the chill built into his stuff, his freezing seal. Love it. Anyway, I think this is a pretty solid Legendary Hero banner. All the reds are pretty good. Let's see, we got Harid, we got Roy. Roy's going to be interesting with that new Legendary effect. I don't know so much about Roy yet. I have to think about it. But there's potential there. The Micaiah is obviously really, really good for Aether Raids. A lot of people use her. Green, if you want to try to pull for Surtur, I don't really care to do that. He kind of lost relevance really quickly. He's not all that popular anymore. It was mostly, I think, because for his season, he had the extra stats and stuff, and that was just really quite unfortunate. But, yeah, kind of chilled out a lot now. I mean, he's not that hard to deal with. And I think most people adapted and now run stuff specifically to deal with Surtur. And so he's not that much of a threat at this point. We do have the Corins here. We got, I think Colorless is probably the weakest. We do have the Xander Dancer here, but at this point, probably want to just wait for Legendary Azura or something. I mean, he's not bad, but most people, I think, probably have the Legendary Female Grima. And Makota's kind of a random one-off pick. I have one. I think she has, what, Flash built into her staff? I think I sniped her or something, like, really randomly a while ago. I don't think she's bad, per se, but once again, in the world of, like, Brave Veronica and stuff, and even Loki. Loki's has some cool utility for Aether Raids. But yeah. She's got the Flash Plus. Anyway, I kind of want to try my luck a little bit here for Lewin. I don't want to expend, like, all my orbs or anything, but let's just pop in really quick and see if we can't snipe some... Ooh, double green. We're doing it. Micaiah is a Surtur delete button, though. There's a lot of those. See, can we get another fodder Lewin? Nope, not from this one. Got our boy Arthur. Arthur could use a pretty alt. Well, I guess I don't want to say that because another Fate seasonal wouldn't be the best, but you know what? Someday you could use a little bit more attention. See, can we do it? Got the smoke. Nope, Hawkeye. Alright. So, usually when I get pulls like this, I back out and I just try again. Different day, different time. This is not a good start. Obviously, that's just kind of like a weird... some kind of weird gambler trick or something. It doesn't mean anything, because technically the next pull could indeed be Lewin. But for me, I've noticed that if I waste a lot of orbs and I'm not getting good stuff and not getting good stuff and not getting good stuff, it doesn't usually end with a happy ending. So I tend to prefer just popping in, sniping something really good, and either calling it a day, or then at that point I can decide if I want to keep going. But I hate wasting a bunch of orbs and getting nothing, so... Why is Hawkeye still 5 stars? Yeah, there's a lot of people that could use a demotion or two. I still think it would be cool to have even characters like Normal Ike demoted to like 3 stars or something like that. And then at least, I don't know that they would ever do that, but then at least you'd have to invest in him if you want to build him up. And so, I don't know, I don't think that would be the worst. Stupid calendar. Let's see what chat's saying. Ain't It Jay says, I do the same with my pulls. It's just not good. When you're on a bad roll, your mindset is not good. And typically, with that bad mindset, you ain't going nowhere. So, Young Tiki needs a demote. I actually got, was it a second or a third? What I heard. If we sort by obtained here, it's actually pretty sad because a lot of the newer merges on certain characters have wiped out some of my original pulls in here, but I started off day 1 with Camilla, so Camilla would have been up here. I still have OG. I don't have the heart to delete some of these guys. I don't know why. These are the OG people. But Camilla would be here. And then, of course, the next 5-star at that point, it was like a couple weeks later or something. Well, 1 or 2 weeks in when we got new banners. I managed to pull Ephraim, which was sick, and back-to-back in one batch I had Young Tiki and Ephraim. So that kind of kept me satiated for a little while. And then I ended up upgrading this random Marth to 5 stars, I think. It'd be cool to see the exact order from the beginning, but not at this point anymore. Oh yeah, then I got Elise after that pretty quickly on. Ursula got 5-starred, Azura. And then I was pretty lucky. I was stoked when I pulled Corel. I still really like Corel. I need to use him more often. But it's tough. There's so many cool red swords, and I've kind of been focusing a lot of attention and energy on Levitain, because I really like Levitain too. But yeah. I also don't know if I'm going to keep this saber or not. So at some point in March, I'm going to do another live stream once this update drops. I'm going to plan it all out, have a couple options. Maybe I'll even ask some of you guys in chat, maybe let chat vote for certain things. But I'm going to use up like pretty much all of my really good fodder. Because I've noticed that like if you can't make up your mind and you just sit around with some of this fodder here in your inventory, like A, you're having less fun because you could have cooler builds that you've made. B, like maybe you're waiting for something to come out potentially, and that's fine if you're okay with that. But for me, it's like I'd rather not wait forever for who knows who to come out and spend stuff on. I'd rather like have fun now and enjoy the game more now. And I've held on to some of this fodder for like, gee, I don't even know. There's some old fodder still lying around in here that I never got to and never figured out what I'm going to do with yet. So at some point in March, I'm going to plan it all out, and we're going to go, and we're just going to have a massive inheritance spree. And I'm going to try to build out a bunch of characters with some interesting builds, and then hopefully have some more fun after that point. Range Attacker 99 says, how do you get so many resources? Yes, usually I start off by saying that. So I've spent a pretty decent amount of money on the game. If you're free to play, do not feel bad about your roster here. In fact, I think I cleaned out my roster so that literally like almost half of it. Yeah, we're like almost at the point, if you look here, I almost have like 50% of my entire roster here is 5 stars. It's ridiculous. I haven't spent as much as some of the other Fire Emblem YouTubers like Phoenix Master and those kind of guys, because they usually like get like 200 orbs for like every brand new banner that comes out. I don't do that. I do like probably 40 bucks every now and again if I'm trying to like get something or whatever. You know, more of a tasteful amount. But unfortunately, over the past couple years of this already, it is already amassed, and I've spent way more than I ever anticipated spending. So, yeah. So don't feel bad though if your barracks doesn't look quite that good. It just means that when you do get stuff, you have to make sure that you are extremely careful with what you plan out. Because if you're not spending money, it might be a long time before you see some of that good stuff again. Hey, Naji's in here. What's up? Naji with $2 says, keep up the great work. You too. Actually, it's been a little while. I think the last time I talked to you was Bromains a while ago. That was a fun one, though. Although, the stream was cutting out a little bit, and clearly I was not in my best mindset, and I tried to use Ardent Sacrifice on somebody with full health, and that was stupid. But anyway, then I tried to Ardent Sacrifice a wall, so that was fun. But thank you, Naji. Unseen Force says, I mean, Dragonflowers finally gives us a use for fodder. It does, and unfortunately, if we go in here, there's a couple people that I can never do until I pull again, including that Owain that I just foddered like 2 weeks ago or something, like right before this came out. But oh well, I'm not going to be salty about it. It's fine. Actually, I tried a little experiment, and using Legendary Azura as the kind of partner unit for a lot of these units in here for Heroic Ordeals. I wanted to see just how many of these I could accomplish with just Legendary Azura and the main unit. And I managed to do like 2/3 of these just with Legendary Azura. Sorry to say for anybody that did not get her and still doesn't have her. She's just really good. I'm sure I could probably do more of these, but just spending a couple hours doing it like a week or two ago, that's what I managed to knock out, like 2/3 of it. So it's pretty funny. Actually, though, like we have still pretty much no Dragonflowers. I only used a couple here on Levitain, I think, so far. Yeah, well, 4. Okay. But aside from that, like this is not very much. I think what I'd like to do is... It's such a shame because I made that Easter pulling video, my only pulling video on my channel, I think. I think I might have featured it in like one other video, but my only actual summoning video on the channel was the Easter waifu video last year. If we have really good Easter characters this year, maybe I'll do another one, because I tend to really like the Easter ones for some reason. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm losing my voice already. I don't know why, but I always like the Easter characters. So, if they're good again this year, maybe I'll do that. Do another summoning video. But, I pulled this Olwen, really good IV Olwen, during that Easter thing. And I was so stoked, because I always wanted an Olwen, after realizing like how rare she was from the beginning of the game. At this point, not that rare anymore. She's been on more banners since then, but at that point in time, she had been on like only a couple of banners in total. And I really started to like Olwen. But literally like a couple weeks or a month after that, we got Green Olwen, who's pretty much just better Olwen. But managed to pull a good amount of her, because every time she comes around in a banner, I try to go for her. Green usually treats me pretty well, is the other thing. So I wouldn't mind spending some Dragonflowers on this Olwen. Absolutely not. But, yeah. Is Olwen still 5-star locked? She is. It would be incredibly amazing, actually, if at least OG Olwen got demoted to 4 stars. I would love that. I would probably, like, absolutely plus 10 her. Not the, you know, most meta decision there, but it's definitely a favorite of mine. She's like... I do appreciate Reinhardt a lot, but in a sense, to me, she's like Reinhardt to me. Because I did know about Reinhardt before Heroes, but to me, Olwen is the kind of unit that I didn't know too much about before Heroes that I really, really like since playing Heroes and looking back on, you know, like Thracia, which I still never played. I need to get around to that, by the way. And I need to come up with a solid idea for the 30K special. I have some little ideas, but I'd like to potentially incorporate some other people in whatever content that ends up being. So I got to keep thinking about that, and we'll see. We'll see what happens there. How's the volume, guys? Are we still good? Look pretty good. Someone said they want Faye as a beast unit. That would be quite odd. Actually, the funny part is that it did show in one of the Faye channels, she used like a wind gust attack to knock one of these little pieces of paper off of the notification board. And it's the same animation that Rayson and Leanne use when they attack. So it's kind of like Faye would be a heron, technically. As weird as that would be. GS says, I remember when I was pulling more Olwen than Reinhardt in the beginning. Yeah, a lot of people saying 0 times 4. Yeah, that's the meme with at least original Olwen, unfortunately. And I managed to get a speed 1, not an attack, which is still fine. But, you know, she could use a little bit more attack compared to Reinhardt, for sure. Does the CEO of Lucky... Patrick Casey says, does the CEO of Lucky Crit Industries support your financial decisions regarding orbs? Considering I am the CEO, no, I do not. Because I've definitely spent a lot more than I meant to. But that's how gacha games get you. A little bit here and there. Eventually that adds up. 40 attacking. Is that what mine has? No way. Oh, yeah. I mean, with the darting blow seal, though, we got the ×4 with a hone cab up to the 46. Maybe, you know, a little something else from somebody else, a drive or something. She's got potential, okay. Okay, not necessarily 0 times 4, but I know why you say that. I also gave her Blade Tome. On this particular build, I was just playing around. I actually didn't test this yet, but I was really stoked for Darting Blow 3 for her, because I thought that would be a great choice. But yeah. Gotcha games, gotcha. Brazens help Owen a lot. It's tough. It's tough at this point because I would love to put like a bunch of chills on a team too. I really don't have that many people with chills aside from people that usually come with it, like Spring Catria and stuff. But I like chills, even though they're kind of getting, I guess, a little bit power crept, debatably, by the new skill that somebody who had the new skill. I'm blanking now. It wasn't Roy, was it? Anyway, somebody's got a new Aversa-like chill, basically, which is going to be probably pretty good. At least for the time being. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't do Voting Gauntlet in the past while, and it's probably going to be... Yeah, we have 2 hours left of round 1. I went with Cecilia because... Actually, let's look at the current details here. Or not. Actually, I don't want to open that on this, but... She wasn't the clear winner. I don't know. Just wanted to support somebody interesting, so we went with the Cecilia. Like that. I don't know. Just wanted to do it. So we'll do this round really quickly here. It's not even doubled or anything, though. No extra points, but it's probably time to start gaining some more points. Oh, Selkie. Selkie with Sabotage Attack. Thank you. That's who it was. Yeah. Actually, now I have fodder for that. I pulled Selkie because I kind of like the character Selkie. I was either going to go for Keaton or Selkie, or Valoria, actually. And she's just the one that I managed to pull from the banner. But maybe since she's minus attack, I could go for some Sabotage fodder at some point. I'd hate to do that, though, but I don't have that many good Beast units for a Beast team yet. At this point. Actually, I did pull Tabarn, so I guess I can't lie. I don't have Beast Dancers, is who I don't have. So I don't know just how amazing the Beast team would be. How do you guys feel about the new accessories, by the way? I'm kind of like meh on them. For some reason, I usually like pretty much only the very standard, like, default stuff. I'm gonna, just for kicks, we gotta use some flags here because I haven't really been playing this, so I'm gonna do the times 200. It's not great. You want the multiplier for that, but we're just gonna do it. So I don't score like doo-doo in this round and get no feathers. Yeah, accessories I'm really like mixed about because... What am I looking at here? We're looking at change equipment. Like, I don't know. Like, 50% of them I'm just like, why? Like, yeah, I guess to be funny, but like, I'm not seriously gonna put that on somebody. Cat ears I could see if you like that. The stuff, like, if the teddy bear was held by the person or like somewhere else on them, I think it would have been better. I don't really get why it's on the head. This one I'm fine with. I think that's nice. It's just simple. That's just what I end up liking for some reason. I really don't know why. Like Levitain here, I do like Creed's little, his little horns. Whatever his tiara thing is. His circlet. But for the most part, I don't like the over-the-top ones. Like, these just simpler ones are nice. Actually, Aversa is one of those characters that looks good with, like, just about anything on her. For some reason. Like, even that random, like, wedding one. I don't know why. Or you could finish her, her crown thing. That's also pretty cool. I like that, too. But yeah, like, the steamed buns. Bath bucket. I didn't want that, man. I'm waiting for some good ones. Kagami Mochi on the head. No thanks. Want a refund. Unseen Force says, I think I'm starting to understand your taste in females. I don't know what you're talking about at all. Aversa, Loki, nothing in common. Nothing in common. I found Shersh with the wolf eye patch. Looks great. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking that those were going to be so cool, too. And I kind of, like... I think I put one on Roy, actually. Love Abounds Roy. See if it's still on him. Yeah, it looks pretty cool on him, actually. I thought that those would be cooler, but I kind of don't like them on most people for some reason. Like, that's just nice. The feathers don't really go with a lot of people, so it doesn't fit that great, but at least those are like more simplistic, so those are kind of fine. I guess that's kind of cool, right? But maybe I grew beyond that edgy phase of the eye patch stuff. I still do think that it would be cool though if we got Saber's eye patch. This would be cool to put on somebody. I would love that. He's got a cool one, or somebody else that has a cool eye patch in the Fire Emblem series. But, yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that. Yeah, because these days, like, I guess I grew out of the edgy headwear phase, because I think this Heron Circlet Barrette thing, that's probably my favorite. I don't really like this full one, actually, but, yeah, I don't know. Just, like, very simple, like, nice stuff that, like, adds to the design instead of, like, distracts from it, I guess. So it's weird. But that's what I do like that about accessories. Do you. Do whatever you want to do. Ranged Attacker 99 says, they both have deep and interesting character development. That is exactly it. Hey, what's up? SD King Otax says, did we get a Lin? Are we in the Lin squad? We are in the Lin squad. Chat voted. They voted to pick the left orb. Left for L, left for Lin. And on straw poll, it was also the green color. We pulled the left orb. We got ourselves a Lin. And then I pulled on an alt account and I got a Halloween Myrrh. But it's fine. I told people I wasn't going to be mad about the Lin. I kind of accepted it, even before it ever happened. I wanted another legendary. Actually, so you know what we're going to do? Really quickly here, if I have an extra... Alright, we're going to clean out Mage City for a second. What I'm going to do... just give a little bit of support. I really like her animation. As much as you could say she's not the greatest unit, I love the legendary animations. I like that they go a little bit over the top. Put a little classic Fire Emblem crit animation stuff in there. I like that a lot. Let's see. Who am I looking for? Looking for you. And I'll probably go one more. I still don't know if I'm going to keep this this Olivia. Oh well. And I'll go with the healer. Let's take a look at the animation. Maybe some people that pulled her that still haven't played with her yet will feel a little bit less bad or something. I still have to do this, by the way, and Hreed. I didn't do Hreeds yet. At some point. Alright, melee special training. I like her sprite too, honestly. I don't know. She looks cool. I'm not mad. Not mad. Antoinette Franklin says, hi, what's up? Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a good Friday. Now, how do we combine cool animations with faster battles? I don't know. I would definitely love to see more of the classic crit animations come back, though. I do kind of wish that it wasn't just on legendary characters. I don't know. I'm not mad about that. I like it. It's fine. I do have a lot of wind legendaries at this point, though. But it is nice to get the wind having the plus attack. What's funny is I actually built a lot of my stuff for the original buff that I had. So originally, I think it was, what, Gunthread that I had with the plus res. So I basically did a lot of people that could use and benefit from the extra res on Team Res. Now at this point, it doesn't really matter so much. I guess it still matters who you have, but I've gotten some more since then, so a little bit better at this point. Gentleman Like says, oh no, I just got here. You got Lynn, didn't you? I did indeed. In fact, I'll have to put that up as a highlight on the channel because it was pretty funny. It's very funny how that went down. But I'm not mad. We're good. We're good. Lucky Crit says, were you able to beat some of the Abyssal map? Or, sorry, Gersub Dennis says, were you able to beat some of the Abyssal maps on your own? I was. And see, that's why I haven't beaten those yet. Because I tend to prefer having the challenge of having to figure it out on my own. But there are, like, some nights when I just don't want to do them. And that's why I still have some that I left around. But, the one I distinctly remember doing, because I sat there, like, the entire night until I got it, was, the new Legendary Tiki. I did hers. I don't think that was the last one I did, but that was one of them more recently. Whenever that one was around. I need some more of those golden accessories. What Blazing Sword character would you like to see added next? My pick is my man, the Mage General of Etruria. That's Pent, isn't it? I would like to see Pent. Pent would be cool. I don't know, to be honest. A lot of people want Urk. I wouldn't mind seeing Urk eventually. I think he should be in here. For my pick, though, I think I'm just still happy and still stoked that we got Corel. Actually, you know who'd be cool? Harkin would be awesome. I always liked Harkin too for some reason. That's an obscure pick. Or what is it? Gates? I always forget because there's the two purple-haired guys. One of them you get in 6, one of them you get in 7. It's Geese and Gates, and I forget which one is 7. But whichever one of those is in 7. Those guys are like really obscure, like weird characters. A lot of people to this day still don't even know exist because of their weird recruitment. I'd love to see one of them get in here. Absolutely. With the Epi 6 banner coming out so close, who do you think is going to be in that banner? I think it could still be a lot of Roy starter people. By the way, how's the music? Let me break the fourth wall here, make sure the music sounds pretty good. Hold on. Maybe it could be a little quieter, perhaps. Let me just see. Just in the stream. Okay. It's probably just a little bit better. Spiral says, hey, what's up, Lucky Crit? Just tuned in. What did I miss? You missed this. You missed Lynn. But that's okay. I'll put it up as a highlight in the next couple of days or maybe next week. For Roy's banner, though, Fire Emblem 6. Let me bring up the chart again, actually, because that'll be helpful to take a look at. So bear with me for a second while I grab that image. This is one of them. I don't remember which one this is. Let's resize this a little bit. It's a little too big here. Yeah, so this is it. We're looking at, apparently I said Aethun wrong in the video too, unfortunately. They were saying it's more like these and there, so... It's very challenging, very challenging. Anyway, that top character, the dragon character. We also have Rutger. I would love to see Rutger. He's a little generic as far as, you know, Myrmidons go, but he's a lot of people's favorites. Crit God can get over 100% crit in Fire Emblem 6 because things are a little bit wonkier in that one. Deke, I would love to see Deke. I voted for Deke a couple times. Lou wouldn't be too bad, wouldn't be too upset about that. Percival, I would hope that they would give him something to make him stand out amongst other Lance Cavs. Actually, I don't know if he'd be a Lance Cav or a Sword Cav. I've still never played 6, but he's got some tough competition to be up against, so I would hope for something good as far as he goes, but I'm fine with any of those picks, to be honest. There are a lot of cool Fire Emblem 6 characters, though, that I would end up liking to see. That would probably be... Sue would be cool. But I think they're being like very cautious about more bow cavalry, so I don't know if that's even on their radar at all. But a lot of people want, isn't I can't read it because the screen's so small. Actually, let me see. Yeah, Guinevere is on here. A lot of people want Guinevere for some reason, and Echidna, definitely a pretty popular one that people like too. But I'm trying to think. For me, I always. What's his name? Barth? I think his name was Barth. The blue armor from Fire Emblem 6. I always liked the color of Barth. Because for me growing up, I really loved that each character kind of had their own color scheme and their own different stuff going on with them. Certain people had pretty boring generic color schemes that I wasn't too much of a fan of. But Barth was the one that I was like, that is a beautiful color of blue. I don't think he's that great, unfortunately. Somebody else made a video on YouTube. I think it was like, who is this Git or something like that. Some video with Barth where he gets like res growth or something a couple times. It was a good video. But Barth would be interesting, to say the least. We don't have a single cannon boat. Hey, what's up, Goosephone? We don't have a single cannon bow cav, yeah. Although Zerk would cry if Wrath wasn't the first one to be added. So there's that. I'm fine with either of those. Astrid. I just remembered that Astrid has a really like awful ending in Radiant Dawn, I think. Or was it Path of Radiance? In one of those, her ending could be kind of bad. Astrid was funny, though. A lot of my friends hated Astrid, although I appreciated the Paragon skill, I think is what she had. Which Fire Emblem 9 or Fire Emblem 10 character? Icelerate says they want to see Tyranio, Kurthnaga, Daginsi, Peleus, and Jill. Peleus would be really cool. I would love to see what they would do for Peleus, because that's just such an interesting character. I don't think I've gotten hate for this yet, or at least if I haven't noticed it. But God, what's her name? The fact that I can't remember her name is not good. Fiona. A lot of people do not like Fiona and would argue that Fiona is a very bad unit, and she gets shafted a little bit by the chapters that she's available in Radiant Dawn. But I always liked her design, her light blue armor, the character model. I always thought she was kind of interesting. So off the top of my head, that's a pick there. I'm sure there's somebody else I'm not thinking of that's amazing, though. Oh, you know who I want? Stefan. Stefan would be awesome. I like him a lot. The Geek says, what do you think Roy's special ability is? If you're talking about the new Roy, it's basically like a dual... Sorry, this chapter's been sitting here and I've just been talking instead of playing. It's basically like a brand new dual skill for... I don't remember the specifics, actually. I'll have to look it up. But it's a very weird pick that they went with. I hope it makes him relevant, but until we get that new Legendary Hero mode that they were talking about, if that's still a thing, I'm not sure like how relevant he's going to be. For this arena season, he'll probably be great, but yeah. Sorry, there's too much to focus on here. Garrick and Nami could also be Archer Cavs. I would love to see those two. That would be sick. The next Sacred Stones banner is probably going to be awesome, as long as we don't get alts taking up spaces. I was super stoked in the beginning when we got the first one. Super Rocky says, take a look at some Cypher cards. There's a lot of cool versions that I would wish that would be awesome as alts on Fire Emblem Heroes. Yes. I know a lot of people also want the Risen King Crom. That would be sick as a Halloween costume. They've kind of given us sort of like meh Halloween costumes over the past while. I don't know. I wasn't too stoked about this year's. So, or should I say last year's. But I wouldn't mind some really cool ones like that. There's some... The problem is that fans come up with really awesome concepts, and then you're disappointed by default because you see like what Intelligent Systems comes out with, and it's never as good as like some of the fan stuff they come up with. Pokemon is a lot like that for me as well. There's a lot of very bad Pokemon original art that people make out there for their own creatures, but I've also seen some like really amazing ones, especially like starter evolutions. And then when we get the real starter evolutions, I tend to be pretty disappointed by those, unfortunately, compared to like some of the stuff that, you know, people came up with. So it's hard. It's like you spend too much time on the internet, stuff is like made to disappoint you more, because fans are really creative in a lot of ways. Someone says, I missed it. It went by really fast. The Geek 124 says, I want them to correct Tobin and Faye's classes, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm okay with Faye being an archer, because at least she's Fire Sweep. Actually, you know what? I would love for Faye to get demoted, or for somebody else to enter the game with Fire Sweep Bow, because there's actually some cool utility with Faye. I've seen some really cool builds with her, and so like I don't want to sack mine, but having Fire Sweep Bow on somebody else would be pretty cool. In fact, I think there was a legendary Lyn build not Legendary Lyn, Legendary Lucina build is what I was looking at, that utilized it, and I was like, Fire Sweep is still only on Faye, isn't it? And yeah, that's the case. But yeah, Tobin, I think they kind of screwed Tobin because they gave us Villager Tobin, like original first iteration Tobin before he even gets a class Tobin, and that's kind of why he got screwed, but it's super unfortunate. Really is. Amanda Green says, for Halloween costumes, I want to see characters dressed up as terrors to actually look scary. That'd be cool. They wouldn't be able to do like terror waifus though. Maybe they could. All depends upon the execution. Unseen Force says, Lucky Crit, were you interested in the Pokemon Direct? I was. I checked it out. I saw it. I think Sword and Shield... Oh, I just realized that I'm... Oh, sorry, guys. I realized that I'm still showing this stupid... Wait, where is this image? I've been playing in the background this whole time. I'm sorry. Sword and Shield are pretty weird names, if you ask me. And I think like 90% of people are going to buy Sword because Shield just doesn't sound very cool. So as far as like game titles, I think they kind of flubbed a little bit with Shield version. But I can almost guarantee you, once we know the version exclusives, I'm probably going to end up liking whichever ones are in Shield. Because that, for some reason, that has just consistently been the case. Like, usually the first version is not the one I get. Although I had X. But most people, I think, chose Y for that one, because Y seemed cooler, because you had Yveltal. But yeah, whatever. With Pokemon, I do still really like Pokemon. I've still wanted to make another Pokemon Go video eventually on this channel, It's just never happened for some reason. I got the job last year, and that kind of sidetracked a lot of stuff. I'll be making a channel update at some point in the near future. But, I like Pokemon. It's just, like, for some reason, it hasn't been able to hold my interest in the past while. For example, Sun and Moon disappointed me a bit with the lack of new Pokemon, and with the lack of Alolan forms. I was so stoked with Alolan forms. And speaking of, like, getting disappointed with stuff, there were so many amazing fan arts of, like, really creative Alolan forms for Pokemon. And then we got, like, nothing. And the ones that we got weren't that great. There's some cool ones, of course, but there's also some stupid ones that I didn't really like very much. And they didn't give us very many of them. And, I don't know, for some reason I actually started a Let's Play on this channel of Pokemon Sun. I got, like, 3 or 4 episodes in, and I just stopped, and I just didn't go back to it. I tend to do that with Let's Plays. Eventually I'll have to do something and actually see it through to the end. But, needless to say, that was the last time I touched Pokemon Sun. Aside from maybe downloading, like, a free legendary or something from GameStop at one point, maybe. But, yeah. Alright, we're gonna switch music. Sorry, it's been going on for a while. Let's go with some old school. Old school. But, yeah, so, then I don't know, I have, I actually just moved it, but I have Let's Go Eevee. Still really have not touched that game, unfortunately. I know a lot of people enjoyed them, and also didn't enjoy them because the whole controversy about whether or not they're main series games and stuff, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It takes a certain vibe for me to get into Pokemon. Every now and again I'll get back into it. It's not right now, apparently, because I haven't cared too much. Although, I haven't beaten Kingdom Hearts 3 yet, either. I got that day one. Played a decent amount, probably like 10 hours in the first week. Since then, I've just been too busy with stuff. But yeah, I'll get back to it. Although, I do have to admit, I was a little... I don't want to say disappointed, because I'm not, like, necessarily disappointed with Kingdom Hearts 3. But there's a lot of things so far that I'm kind of like, I liked Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS better. Bare minimum controls, absolutely. And that might be because I'm using, the silly, I'm using Xbox One, and so the A and B button are switched, and it's, like, really bad. It's really annoying, actually. But, yeah. So. Unseen Force says, have you avoided Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers? I have. Please don't spoil me. I don't know what happens at all. I'd imagine it's probably what I think is going to happen, though. So, you know. Also, I still... Don't spoil this for me either, but I don't even know if you actually get to really play as Riku in Kingdom Hearts 3. I got to one little moment where you played as him for, like, one battle, and I was so stoked because the Kingdom Hearts games that I've appreciated the most and actually really played, because I never owned a PS2, were Chain of Memories for Game Boy Advance. That's where I first started. And a lot of people don't like that game, but I actually really like that game. Totally fine with the card system in it. At some point I'll talk about it on the channel in the future once I get back to actually talking about, like, other games. Fire Emblem will still be a major focus in the channel, always, but every now and again I think it's fun to talk about some other stuff, so eventually we'll talk about that, because I love Chain of Memories. But I played Chain of Memories. I actually didn't play 358 over 2 days, although that one was for DS and it was available, like I could have gotten it. But I skipped that one, and I really liked Dream Drop Distance for 3DS. That's probably my favorite one so far. I really liked the monster system in that. For some reason. I don't know. I just liked it. Super Rocky says there's a 25th anniversary 1-hour concert music of Fire Emblem on YouTube. Take a look someday. I actually have it. I think I did take it out of this Fire Emblem playlist we're listening to right now at some point. But I do have at least a couple of the tracks from that. It's cool. It's very cool. I hope we get more from the Expo in the next couple months. Have I ever played Resident Evil? I have not, unfortunately. That was one that I missed out on, too. Sorry, I've been ignoring comments a little bit here, so let me take a look. Spiral says Team Shield, Team Grookey. Oh, yeah, which starter would I pick? You know, with Litten in Sun and Moon, I was so disappointed by Incineroar. If you like Incineroar, that is fantastic. I'm happy for you, but I don't really like how goofy, I don't like the whole goofy wrestler aesthetic of Incineroar. I really thought that Litten was going to turn into some really cool, like, quadruped, like, cougar, Dark Panther or something like that. And so I was, like, super stoked about it. And I really liked Litten's design. And then I was, like, super disappointed by Incineroar. I like Decidueye, though, actually. But I think so far, I don't know, I'm hesitant because you never really know what these things are going to turn into. You have some where it's like Samurott, where it just ends up looking so completely different that no one could have predicted what it looks like. Like Oshawott and Duat are like, you can see the evolution there. They still look similar. They still look like otters. And then there's just full-blown Samurott. It's just such a like mutation. I actually like how Samurott looks. I think the evolution chain is kind of messed up on Samurott, though. It just doesn't, like, Oshawott should have been different, or Duat should have been different looking. Because it's just like, one of them looks wrong in the tree of evolutions there. So, Amanda Green says, have you played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and if so, do you plan on making videos for it? I planned on doing, like, maybe Discord battles with people or something at some point. I'll have to get the Switch Online service paid for, and then figure out the setup with Elgato Capture Card and the Switch to record it or something. But maybe someday for a server event or something. I know it's already been like however many months that game's, well, maybe it hasn't been that long, but it seems like forever since that game came out already. Haven't played it. Incineroar looks like they designed another firefighting starter, then changed the typing last minute to prevent backlash. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I pray to the Pokemon gods, I pray to Arceus that there's no more firefighting. It's because, my God, please stop with that. Please stop. I'm kind of hopeful. The water one looks like it could be Water Ghost or something like that, because it did go invisible in the fountain. Or, I mean, it could be any number of things, really, but hopefully we see some cool typings out of those. And Decidueye made me mad, too, because with Decidueye, it had a cool typing, but then they also released another Pokemon with the same typing and, like, pretty much the same gimmick. I forget the name of the stupid Pokemon. It's the Anchor. And that Anchor Pokemon was, like, objectively better in PvP than Decidueye. That I cannot describe to you how much that triggered me. Like, why would you do that? Straight up cucked Decidueye as soon as he came out with another Pokemon with the same, like, I'm pretty sure it was a new typing at that point, too. You cucked him with the same type with a better, like, random ghost Anchor Pokemon. Like, seriously, come on. Made me so angry. Can you see Scorbunny as fire flying? It does have the big ears, actually. So here's what I'm going to say. If I had to pick a starter for the new Pokemon games, I know we're, like, totally sidetracked here, not talking about Fire Emblem, but bear with me for a little bit longer. I would probably say Scorbunny right now, even though it kind of looks like a rip-off Pokemon instead of a real Pokemon. Looks like somebody made a really good tweet. I don't remember who it was, but they were basically like, it looks like some kind of rip-off from some other company. Like a Duracell Bunny Pokemon type of thing like that. I'm going to say that right now, but I get the feeling that whatever Grookey turns into is going to be sick. So even if you don't like Grookey right now, I might end up... Usually my pick initially is different than what I actually end up going with. So for example, with the other game, I was Team Litten all the way as soon as they were revealed. And then I was Team Rowlet as soon as the game came out because I was so disappointed with Incineroar. So I can't really say for sure. It's probably going to change, but, you know. Delmise, that's the Anchor, yeah. Mega Arceus. How do you guys feel about Mega Evolutions? I still don't know how I feel about Mega Evolutions at all. I think it kind of, like, stopped some cool Pokemon from actually getting a pretty nice evolution, to be honest. And then other ones, they barely changed anything, and that I always thought that was stupid. I never liked, God, what was it? Beedrill, I guess, gets a little cooler because he gets, like, more angular. Who am I thinking of? There's some really dumb ones that I was just like, why did you do this? Like, sure, if you want to make a funny one, I guess I'll give you Ampharos with the hair. But I don't know, I just... whatever. There's some dumb megas, but there's also some really cool megas. And then it's a shame because for the really cool ones, they don't get to keep that form. So, I don't know. I'm still torn. Did you ever see the Score Bunny evolution meme with Trix Rabbit and Big Chungus? I think I did see Big Chungus Score Bunny. I also saw the meme that people are sharing out there that has all of the new Pokemon starters evolving into fighting versions, which was pretty funny, but I really hope that that's, you know, for none of them, that will be the case. Yeah, and I've never been a fan of, like... I've tried to get into competitive Pokemon so many times. I've even bred stuff properly and whatever, and I just never got into it. I always thought, like... I've always felt... And I know I'm going to sound like another YouTuber that some people hate from the drama, but I've never liked Smogon's rules. I always think that it's so stupid because it's like limiting so much of the game. You specifically make certain stuff bad and worse. I can understand that some stuff is like inherently way better and potentially broken out of the gate. And, you know, maybe rules for that and like sleep claws and stuff like that, sure. But I've always felt like I don't like a lot of the rules that Smogon comes up with, and it just kind of like, I don't know, hampers things or something. I don't know. Yeah, GS got it. I do think the funny part is that when people attack Verlisify, they usually end up bringing themselves down to a bad level too. Like, nobody attacks Verlisify and comes out clean, because they're like, whether you hate Verlisify or not, every now and again he'll make a good point or point something out about another YouTuber, and then it's kind of like, yeah, why did they do that? Or, well, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I'm so happy and so grateful that the Fire Emblem creator community is nowhere near as toxic and as bad as the Pokemon community, because it's awful. Pokemon is just like, everybody has to clickbait like scumlords, like really bad. And I clickbait to a degree, but there's like a certain line of scumminess that I would never cross with my thumbnails and stuff. I still like to show stuff that's like actually in the video, or, you know, at least the same topic that we're talking about. You know, if it's a topic about how, you know, Reinhardt's OP, I might make like a silly image of Reinhardt or something, but like I try to keep it like at least what we're talking about. But man, with all the Pokemon leaks and stuff and all the fake leaks that everybody constantly makes videos on and shares, it's like such a mess in that community. Oh god, we're talking about Verlis now. Yeah, okay, we're done. We're done there. We're done with that. But yeah. The Pokemon competitive is boring. It's all the same Pokemon every time. There's another reason why I didn't like it. Absolutely. I can understand, like, their different tier ratings, like Little Cup and stuff like that. And what was it? UU, OU, all of those things. Like, I get it. But in a lot of cases, it was just boring. So. Spiral says, the only toxic part of the Fire Emblem community I see sometimes is the old fans versus new fans argument. Yeah. Every now and again, I get a very... Oh, I think do I still have it somewhere? I think it's on my phone. Anyway, I wouldn't want to show the name of the person who did it anyway, but I got a really funny comment the other day. Let me see if I can bring it up really quickly, if I can find it. I love it, because every now and again, as a creator, you get these, like, super angry comments, like, out of nowhere. Like, you know that person's just having a bad day or something like that. So you don't really take it seriously, but just really, really funny. So somebody commented on one of my latest videos, says, congrats, you people ruined the franchise. Years and years of your waifu garbage, pandering, and self-glorification has finally gotten you what you wanted. Hope you're satisfied. I just thought that was such an amazing comment. Oh, that was funny. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. But anyway, yeah, so there's also the waifu versus non-waifu crowd. The Fire Emblem is ruined versus Fire Emblem's fine crowd. Maybe we'll talk about that eventually in a real video. Watch as it turns out to be me. I don't think so, Unseen Force. I don't think so. They had a different name. I definitely know what creators have that kind of crowd. Yeah. I do have to admit, though, like, with the whole anti-waifu argument, at first, I guess you could argue my opinion was a little bit ill-informed, because there were even some cutscenes and stuff from Fates that I still hadn't seen yet. Like the ending cutscene where Corrin runs up and knocks into Camilla, if you know what I'm talking about. I still hadn't seen that cutscene because I hadn't finished Fates at that point in time. In fact, there's still routes of Fates that I still need to go back and do. That's the thing about being a YouTuber, is that I end up like not actually playing a lot of the games that I end up talking about. Very sad. But with cutscenes like that, it's very difficult to argue that they didn't have a certain image in mind with characters like Camilla, which is really sad. Because I like Camilla a lot. And not even just because of that. So. But when you see those cutscenes and like that's the way that they implemented her, it's hard to understand why some people are, or it's hard not to understand why some people are mad. So I totally get it. We had enough Lionheart here. Let's switch up tracks. Holy crap, it's already been an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. Is that number still accurate? Let's take a look. Sorry, I haven't been paying too much attention. There's usually too many things going on for me to pay attention to. I need like a stream assistant or something. I think another screen would be helpful. I only have one monitor at this point in time. Really not great for this type of thing. But, you know. Yeah, wow, there's still a lot of you here the whole time. Thank you. We kind of got through the main things I wanted to do today. Maybe we could take a look at Aether Raids, but I'm a little nervous because I think I need some different builds, and I'll have to switch out some stuff on the team because I was not happy with what was happening yesterday when I rushed at like 1:50 a.m. and tried to do an Aether Raids match before the refresh and the extra Aether hit the account. That's the thing. It's like, I'm glad you don't have to play anymore every day, technically, but you still have to play a lot, at least in the beginning, to decrease the Aether so that you're not missing out on Aether. So, I don't really like that. Alright, I'm not going to sit here with this for too much longer. We'll just do one more match here, training up this Lyn. For all the Lyn haters out there. I'm not upset. It's fine. The 5-star Lyn is fine. Alright, cranked it up a little bit. Oh, hey, your Lyn can deal damage. Well, this is a... Oh, did you get a minus attack? Sorry to hear that. Hopefully she'll be in another legendary banner, and maybe you can fix it. Although maybe you wouldn't want to pull another Lyn, but... I don't know. It's... Minus attack is fixable. You can deal with it. It's just that you kind of have to build around it a little bit. Oftentimes. And, you know, it's arguably waste of a seal slot or whatever, but, you know. If it's just for a legendary that you use for, like, Arena Assault, you can live with it. It's not too bad. Patrick Casey says, I got Azura, so I'm happy laughing at all you unlucky scrubs. That's mean. I had legendary Azura already, so I really can't complain. I pulled on that banner, so didn't want to miss out on that too much. Alex says, Stevie, I'm fine. Narrator, he was not fine. No, it's good. It's all good. Because like I said, I like the animations. I think this design for Lyn, even though it's pretty much just Bow Lyn off of the horse, I think it's still pretty cool, so no complaints. And also Speed Tactic, by the way. I don't know how I got through this whole hour and 40 minutes without mentioning Speed Tactic. I was considering foddering her for speed tactic, but I don't know at this point. I might just keep her and maybe make a little tactics team with her or something like that and take advantage of that speed tactic. So that would be cool. Goosephone says, I think you're pretty cool, Stevie. Thank you. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody at Anime North. I still need to make a video about that as well. This week has just been a lot less productive than I wanted it to be. Yeah, I don't necessarily subscribe to like the normal mentality when it comes to her, because especially if we are going to get a new mode for legendary heroes, they're going to be a lot more valuable. And like I said, I don't have that many to begin with because I haven't like pulled for every single one or anything. I think Fire is one that I definitely need like somebody else for, because all I have is legendary Ephraim, and he's good and all, but he's kind of like, he's a little weird. Like, you don't really build a team. He's more of like a solo character, right? Like, you could build a Gale Force build and stuff, and you could build people to support him, but he's not so much like a good team leader that's gonna, I don't know. It's not the typical legendary that you might expect to build with for a team, so. Who do you think will win the weightlifting battle between Mangs and Gast at Anime North? I'm actually, I really hope that we make a video with that. I would love to do like a Gast workout at some gym. We're gonna have to find like a place to go to, even if we had to like fake sign up for a gym and cancel it like after or something and get like a free trial entry. I would totally be down to do that. I think it'd be so funny. And I'm intrigued to see what happens with Gast. I think it's gonna be incredibly funny. I've never deadlifted before, actually. And I did a cleanse a little while ago, and you're not supposed to work out when you do the cleanse. And before that was like Christmas and the holidays and stuff, so I wasn't consistently working out as much as I should have been. And so at this point, I'm kind of working on it and trying to be prepared for Anime North. I'll say that. I want to go to Gast boot camp and not fail miserably. So we'll see what happens with that, but I hope it's gonna be excellent. I would love to make a bunch of content. That's what I'm hoping for, as long as everybody's okay with you know, recording and what ends up happening. I guess it's gonna be the interesting thing, but I'm super excited. Absolutely. All right, what should we do here? Let me make sure I haven't missed anything in the past little bit. Super Rocky says, let's bring, and sorry, I tend to answer the comments that tag me because it's so much more obvious to me, like when I look over at the stream chat. Those are the ones I see first. But Super Rocky says, let's bring that buff Fire Emblem character meme out of the grave and use it as our emblem. Yeah, an IRL buff emblem. That could be cool. I'd like that. Actually, the interesting thing is that there's a lot of folks that are actually more East Coast than I thought. So I wouldn't mind doing some other collabs, even like beyond Anime North, with some people that aren't too far from where I live. I can think of some cool stuff. I don't want to reveal it, and I don't want to promise it just yet because I'm not the greatest with that. I still have like promised videos written down in my notebook that I didn't get to making yet. So, but we'll see. I'm definitely super excited. Absolutely. I imagine Gast Bootcamp involves Gaiden somehow. Imagine if he renamed all of his training exercises to Gaiden stuff. That'd be really cool. Der Kuchenmacher. I don't know if that's if I'm saying that correctly. RIP, missed my tagged comment. Sorry, let me try to scroll up. Not seeing it. Elemental Phoenix says, should I summon for the new Roy? Let me, you know, let's bring that up because I kind of forgot the exact definition of his ability. It's a enhanced team duel skill, I think. But let me just make sure before I talk out of my butt. Bring it up and take a look at it. I feel like he has the potential to be less relevant than I was kind of thinking he would, but let's see. Somebody have it yet? Might have been on Twitter. One sec, guys. Here's the data mine. All right. Let's go like that. No, a little uneven, a little messy, but it's not letting me expand it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so legendary effect, fire ally boost, HP +3. So this is the only physical boost that he's giving to your units, which is weird. But so also you could tell by this, because he's not one of the leftover ones. Actually, did they really quick here? Sorry to keep getting sidetracked, but let's actually look. I like it when they update this legendary chart in here, and I didn't look to see if they did it this time. Oh yeah, so they made a new chart. Interesting. Because I think we were like 2 spots away on the other chart of characters, so people were thinking, you know, if we weren't going to get another chart full or an expanded chart, then legendary heroes would have been done. But no, yeah, it seems like we're getting a new chart here or something. And I could be mistaken. I don't remember how many were actually left. It's kind of hard because it's obscure. It's like hidden in here usually, and people don't repost that chart a lot. I don't usually end up seeing it on the subreddit. But yeah. Okay, so brand new effect. During fire season, if the fire blessing has been conferred, and if this unit enters battle with them, if the unit is 5-star and level 40, and the stats total less than 175, treats the unit stats as 175 in modes like Arena. It's going to be good if you want to do high tier Arena and you're using a lot of unusual characters, I guess I would say. A lot of people have, at this point, F2P +10 characters that they use specifically for Arena. I didn't make the best decisions, at least I'll say that, but because a lot of my 5-star +10s that I picked were personal preference. Although this, I have not ever regretted, and ignore this. Oh, hold on, sorry, not showing the right thing anymore. Ignore this, okay? This is what you call an Arena build, which, by the way, I still think Arena scoring is very stupid and broken, because the fact that I have to run like bogus, stupid sets on people just to get like max Arena score, really, really dumb. And this isn't necessarily even max Arena score, but it's what I was able to do with just a decent amount of inheritance on the case of Camilla here. But I've never regretted +10ing Camilla, not even slightly. She's been so useful. She fell off in effectiveness for a while, I would say, after the beginning of the game. But definitely, she's great. She's back. Effie is someone I specifically did for Arena. No regrets. I mean, she doesn't move, which is really bad. I don't remember if the... I think, actually, the armor movement seal is probably the right amount of points, so that's fine. But usually I have decent defense on her instead. So she ends up being useless unless I'm running like Repo or something on someone. But yeah, Tharja was a personal preference one. She doesn't score well, of course, although this helps her a little bit more now at this point, instead of running like Owl Tome, which is what I would have to do to help her score. But she's not like terribly bad for points. Selena's okay. Yeah, you know, I'll be honest, I really like Selena. I built her with the Wodao build for the longest time, and I really enjoyed that build. But, you know, for a +10, her stats just aren't quite I guess I expected a little bit more. And, you know, obviously I could have looked at what her stats were going to be. I don't know. I need to experiment more with her and find the proper build, because I just kind of have a lot of random stuff here, like Blue Flame, that I inherited to her, that I'm still messing with. But so far, like, she has not become... She's not the most offensive unit, so I thought maybe, you know, I could utilize her more as a tank, but I wasn't really appreciating her tankiness that much either, because, I mean, upper 30s is not bad, but, you know, characters like Fjorm and stuff with their built-in Ice Mirror and all that kind of crap just end up being better than her, so I haven't used her much. Kagero, that was the first plus 10, still preference. Still don't have the heart to remove the summoner support on her. She needs a refine, though, to be honest. But with the summoner support, she's not bad. There's even more that I could do for her, too. I gave her Kagami Mochi, but I still think the utility of Poison Dagger, that's usually when I end up using her anyway, so that was better still, at least for me, for my purposes. But yeah, those are all my plus 10s. I should pick the next person to do, and the next person to do would probably end up being like, I don't know, probably like Sheena, somebody like that. But I'm kind of just hoarding feathers right now and thinking about it. We'll see what happens. We've had a lot of unfortunate arena seasons in the past while, though. I really still feel like this is bad. Like, out of all the characters in the game now, we still only have 2 rows of bonus units. Are you kidding me? You can't squeeze one more row in there and have more free-to-play, more, like, characters from past banners? Because if I ever want to use, like, somebody that I... Like, there's obscure people that I have never seen as bonus units, and I could be wrong. Maybe they had their time even after the banner is what I'm talking about. But there's just, like, we don't get through enough units, and it's not... Usually, it's not the best quality pool here for me to be choosing between, and I hate it. I just absolutely hate that. I still think it's also really stupid, the wasting dueling crests, backing in and out of arena to find the max point team you're fighting against. I think arena could use some changes. And of course, I don't necessarily agree with needing dual skills to fix arena either. I think that's a dumb way to fix it, but, you know, it happens. Jose, I don't know what you're talking in reference to. Who would I fodder off to her if I could? I don't know if you're talking about Selena. I talked about too many people. Sorry, guys. Spiral says, anybody watch Icarus pull a minus speed at Zura and have a meltdown? Did he? That is a little unfortunate, but she's a dancer. She's not going to be killing that many things. You could live with that. It's fine. Goosephone says, I got Azura and she's my first one. Probably going to Florina her for dual skill, to be honest. Really? She is useful. Exceedingly useful. Actually, what I would like to do, I didn't even have Smite on anybody for Aether Raids until the other day I finally gave it to Air. Because I still, like, it takes so much planning to not regret skill inheritance later for teams. Because oftentimes I'll do something and then I'll be like, later on I'll end up figuring out, with the way that I've been playing, it would be better if I had given X skill to someone else, because they are always the one in the right spot or whatever. And yeah, it ends up being unfortunate. So I still didn't even have Smite on anybody for Aether Raids until yesterday. Finally gave it to Air. It's pretty standard and generic, and Smite is not hard to get. So I don't know why I didn't do that, but yeah. I think it would be cool to make a... at least a double Gale Force team for Aether Raids. It's not that creative of a thing. A lot of people do that. But, you know, smiting like Levitain in... I would need Loki on the team because I gave Loki the Pulse, Infantry Pulse. And she just has good utility with Thok, as long as I remember to put her in the right column. That's usually pretty helpful. Although she can't... A little bit of a bum unit in a sense, because she usually doesn't really kill anything, of course. But, you know... It's the price you pay for that utility. But yeah, so a team with, like, Infantry Pulse on her. I wanted to do... Actually, I think I have the team somewhere here. Unless I cleared it out. I'm still thinking about who to give defense and res link. I could either do a quad link build with Levitain, which would be cool, or stick with the Vantage because it's kind of helpful in a lot of cases. But I also like the future vision of Lucina with link skills. I think is pretty cool. So something like that with like Gale Force or something, hurling them, throwing each other into enemy lines, Gale Forcing a bunch of people, and then maybe having wings on everybody else to come in and clean up or something. Be cool. Cherish, I see some people saying Cherish, I guess for the next +10 person. Cherish is a good pick, yeah. Although, I have a Green Axe Flyer, and I could do better points wise. I think I'll probably do Sheena for the points, to be fair. Oh, are you guys saying, somebody asked a question, I think. The Geek124 says, is there anything wrong with thinking that Three Houses is going to be good? No, not at all. And in fact, I think hopefully a lot of people are going to find out that they were wrong and thinking that it's going to be bad. But I can't blame people for being nervous about it because, I mean, even I walked away from that trailer reveal, like, even after having the trailer last year, so kind of knowing what to expect for the most part, knowing that it was going to be like a teaching gig and all that kind of stuff, I still walked away from the most recent trailer. Like, I needed to like digest it for like a good couple days before I had like an actually solid opinion of it. But it definitely has potential. I think it's going to be more like Fire Emblem than people think, because I think the general impression was that for a Fire Emblem game, it looks pretty darn different from typical Fire Emblem stuff. But I think it's going to be more or less what we're expecting. I just hope they don't do something weird with like Beleth dating students or something like that. I kind of honestly would hope for like a time skip or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they deal with it. I hope it's good though. I really do. I think what I am the most upset about with it is, to be honest with you, is probably the graphics, because it doesn't. I'm not in the crowd that thinks that it looks awful, but I definitely don't think that it looks amazing. And I think you can tell that Koei Tecmo definitely were involved with this project because it looks very similar to Fire Emblem Warriors in a lot of ways. And Fire Emblem Warriors has decent graphics and even some pretty good graphics in some cases, some areas of that game. But overall, it's like, it doesn't have that level of polish and that coat of paint that I was kind of hoping for and expecting out of the next main Fire Emblem. And considering we got that trailer and there's only a good couple months between now and July, I don't think those graphics are going to change all that much by the time it launches. I don't know. That's like, I'm the most nervous about that, because if you take a look at like that and between that and like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, it's like, it doesn't look like we've come that far with that many years. Obviously there is a pretty big improvement, of course, but I was expecting to have more of a leap between the graphics, and it really just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look as good as I was hoping it would. But after, you know, staring at that trailer and analyzing things a bunch, I don't hate the style. I think it's fine. I just think there's some like gritty, like rough edges kind of aspects to some of the stuff. And I really hope that when you go into battle, it's not just going to be like 100 generics fighting behind you while your main character is fighting, because I think that that's just such a missed opportunity to have at least a little bit of variation between your randos and your squad or whatever. Just like something. This guy has an eye patch. This guy has a hat. This guy has, you know, no shirt. Just like something. If they're all just straight up generic dudes in the background, it's going to just be so like a mass of like crap on the screen. I don't know. It's like, there are things that I'm nervous about it for sure. But no, I don't think you're wrong for being excited about it. I'm excited about it too. In fact, at one point or another, Mangs actually asked me if I wanted to be a part of his Let's Play of it when it finally does come out. But it's been so long, I don't know if that's still on, or if he's going to end up just doing it with Mecha. So we'll see what happens with that. But in either case, I'll continue to cover the game and talk about it. So Sergio P says, the graphics I understand, but the art style to me is fine. Fire Emblem has had several different art styles over the years. After like watching the trailer hundreds of times, I'm fine with it. I like how Beleth, or Byleth, however you want to say his name, I like how he looks. I like his design a lot, actually. Edelgard I'm cool with. Dimitri, Definitely like it. Some people think he has noodle hair and stuff, but he's definitely growing on me a lot too, especially after like actually physically seeing him in the game more, for sure. And no complaints about Claude. So there's a lot of stuff I already like about it. So Unseen Force says we need 1,000 generics. Oh, jeez. Kind of wish the characters were a bit more out there. They looked kind of generic to me, aside from some of the girls. Yeah, I understand the opinion that some people have about them with the school outfits, even though they are customized and tailored to each person slightly. They are a little boring to look at. But we did see that Edelgard's outfit definitely changes to a couple different things. So I'm thinking that perhaps, at least with the standard original outfit of characters, whatever their like default outfit is, it's probably going to change pretty quick once you class them into something else, hopefully. Though we did see Bernadetta. No, she was still a noble. Yeah, people were still nobles in the trailer footage that we saw, for the most part. So maybe if you class them out of noble when they actually pass the test and become brigands and whatever else you want to make them, they should change, hopefully. And hopefully it will not be the same like brigand, you know, class body model for everybody. I really hope that people still have like some individual colors, some little at least flares here and there that speak to them. That's like one of the nitpicks that I care the most about, because that to me adds so much more replayability when it's like, so-and-so looks cool as this class, you should try that. And, you know, things like that I think are just super cool. And I really hate it when it's like everybody looks like the exact same generic class that you switch them all into. Like with Awakening, everybody was the same blue, like Swordmaster. Ugh, it was gross. I didn't like that. At least keep your color or whatever. Like if certain people have a certain color tone to their main outfit, it should at least be replicated in everything else that they are. I don't know why that was so hard for them to do. It wasn't a thing. Zamus Wing says, I hope we can't romance the students. Teacher X student is illegal in both Japan and America. But I could, the issue that I have with that is I could see them going some weird route with that. Maybe it would get censored when it, you know, dropped here, even though it's dropping here at the same time. But I wouldn't want another censorship controversy like with Fates. And sorry, I'm really losing my voice tonight. And I don't want more cut content, even if you think that petting was ridiculous and shouldn't have been in the game. I will say that what they did, I'm happy with, because I really thought with Fates, when Fates was coming out, what they were going to do was nerf the entire private quarters and make it just a useless building that you add to the castle that you cannot do anything with. I really was scared that that's what they were going to do. And the fact that you still pretty much get everything aside from the petting minigame, and, you know, basically it just like skips it for you anyway. I'm okay with that. That's fine. What it ended up being was better than I was expecting. So I'm good with that. But yeah, I would prefer to have not another Fates controversy 2.0 situation happening. So yeah, we did see that there's other teachers and stuff too, though, and you probably have, hopefully you'll recruit like at least a decent amount of people that are not from nobility and from the three houses. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Beleth is like a teacher sexual or something. Hopefully, maybe they like consider him like a pre-promote. We'll have to see. Edelgard gets expelled and then it becomes illegal. Then it becomes legal, done deal. Oh God. Oh, maybe that's why her line in the trailer is talking about, "I'll return someday, teacher." I'm just kidding. It's funny though. That, you know, that line is really cryptic and interesting. It's one of those things where that line hypes me up, because I hope there's like some serious stuff that happens in this story, some cool twists, like actual intrigue. I don't want to get too excited though, because like with Fates I was let down, so you know, I'm gonna temper my expectations. But that line has a lot of potential, and I hope it's not wasted, is what I'll say, because that could be super cool if something like really bad happens and I don't know, some time skip, time jump. Don't know. We'll see. Maybe she just dies. She says she'll be back here someday. I don't know. No idea. Did I miss anything else here? The Geek 124 says, if I join the Discord, would you talk to me about Fire Emblem Three Houses stuff? We do have a Three Houses chat channel if you want to talk to a bunch of other people about it. I stop by every now and then. I can't always say that I'm going to be super active in any particular chat channel, but I try my best. We see, you know, I like to be more active. And also, I would like to bring back server events. We used to do server events for a little period of time. They obviously did not last for very long as I got super busy with other things. And then when I got the job last year, I just couldn't do a lot of stuff anymore that I wanted to do. So at some point I'll bring back server events though, because I think that would be really cool. Different events for different nights of the week, if I can make it happen. If Beleth is the Jagan, do you think he'll be good like Titania? Like an, I think the correct pronunciation is Aoife, but nobody pronounces it like that. So it's Oifi. A lot of people say Oifi. Considering he's the main character, I'd imagine he'll probably be pretty good. I don't think we've ever had a character that was not good as a main character. Chris was good. Robin's good. I think Corrin's at least decent, right? I think Corrin's fine. I don't know. I need to play more Fates, ironically. I never beat Conquest, and I know Conquest is the sole reason to play Fates. So the problem is that when I start Let's Plays and stuff, if I'm recording it for YouTube, it's a much different experience than actually just playing and enjoying a game, because you're kind of like, you don't want to do anything off camera that could be in a video and stuff like that. And it puts a really weird, like, hamper, or damper, I should say, on the situation where it's like, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't end up finishing stuff doing Let's Plays with it like that. Yeah, so at some point I do need to get back to that, because I know it's supposed to be good. Yeah, ironically. The reason to play Fates is Conquest for the gameplay. And I started that. I didn't really do that, though. I wasn't talking about not good main characters. I was talking about not good... Actually, okay, well... I was talking about not good avatars, but I guess considering the fact that we do see Beleth in pre-rendered cutscenes, maybe you consider him a little bit more main character than avatar, even though he's both. But the customization's probably not going to truly be there. He might also be silent, so that'll be interesting to find out. Razor Laser says, Stevie, you still haven't used those orbs. I'm not... you know what? Are we feeling it? It's not a bad banner. There's definitely some good stuff here going on, but I'm not too thrilled about any of this. I'll probably wait till the next legendary banner to kind of unload. But I'll try sniping for another Lewin. Why not? Could always use more special spiral. We're actually getting green, so that's good. I'm not wasting all my orbs though today. Got the smoke, got the smoke. Libra, not Lewin. Unfortunately not. I'm going to start building up a raid on this banner though. I hate when I do that because I always feel like I have to go back and use it then. Otherwise it's a waste. Master NX says, welcome by the way. So many feathers, how many birds did I kill? I've been saving up for a little bit. It's mostly because I keep telling myself, a lot of this amount I had when I still had my job, and I kept telling myself, like, okay, one of these weeks I'm actually going to sit down and plan out like what I'm going to do with these, and then the week would go by and I didn't do it, and the week would go by and I didn't do it, and eventually you actually find out you can save up feathers pretty nicely just by never getting to doing half the stuff that you intend to do. So it kind of happens. It helps. I've used some of them recently, though. Like, I did do another reverse emerge, surprisingly. Just for kicks. She's not... Yeah, she's only +2. What do you feel like doing here? Sunk cost fallacy? Yeah. It is, I know. I know it is. But Luin is in that banner. And I wouldn't mind having another one so that I would actually physically keep one. Because at the current moment, I think I'm going to fodder the other one, even though he's like plus speed or something, I think. No, he's plus attack. Actually, with the merge, though, I could make a pretty beastly Luin. But I would hate to merge him and lose another special spiral that could go to someone else. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the problem when you put together builds of, like, favorite characters. Like, I don't really regret giving Ishtar special spiral. I like Ishtar a lot, but I wouldn't mind having a special spiral Ophelia, too, honestly, with Mistletoe. She is quite good. The Geek 124 says Stevie Gang. Blessed default is so ugly that I hope they're customizable. It's not looking good, unfortunately, because we saw some pre-rendered cutscenes with him. They probably would have obscured his face if that was the case, and they did not. So I think they finally realized the backlash from Robin and Corrin, even though, you know, probably at least 50% of people like them and like that mechanic. I'd like to make it so that more comments would stay longer on this restream thing. Let me see if I can play with that. I might not be able to play with that. Not seeing it for next time, I guess. We played around with a lot of new stuff today with Streamlabs, so finally got it working. I think I haven't checked actually in forever. I'm probably still live on Twitch. There's probably just a couple stragglers watching over there. By the way, shout out to the Twitch guys, because I never stream on Twitch, so if you're there watching, we got 5 folks. You 5 are awesome. I don't know how you found it on Twitch, because I never stream on Twitch, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all of you for spending your Friday night with me. Just make sure everything is still healthy here. Might want to change the text color in the chat. Does it look ugly? Is it because it's orange? Because I think it was green before. I don't know what's changing it. Unless it's just random. Oh, breaking fourth wall, sorry. It's not, at least it's readable. Yeah, the orange is ugly though. Sorry. We'll, as I keep doing streams, I'll keep improving and upgrading stuff. How about that? Spiral says, been holding on to a poopy IV Winter Fae, debating on whether or not to fodder her. She can be a monster, though, if you can fix the IV. I guess it depends on what the IV is. She's still lucky. Oh yeah, you know what? I still am not doing this, still not doing this whole streaming thing right, because yes, I should have Discord bots in the chat, spamming every now and again. Actually, you want a Discord link? I'll give you a Discord link. You'll appreciate this. I was actually gonna make a follow-up for this, but I didn't get to it so far. Here's a Discord link for you. There's your Discord link. There you go if you want to join in. There's an actual real Discord link. I mean, that's definitely real. It works. Click it. But there's a not so Arden themed Discord link too. This is faster for me to give to you. It's easier this way. Yeah, I was gonna make another Valentine's video for that, but didn't have the time lately to make that happen. I auto paid for that URL again, so I still own it. It's still a thing, yes. What else I miss here? Single and ready to Arden mingle. Yeah, there you go. There was hours of time that I spent making that instead of making a video. Not sure if it was worth it or not, but you know, sometimes you go a little extra distance for certain memes. Even though I didn't originate the Arden meme or anything, but it's still a pretty decent part of the server, so I appreciate it a lot. I love Arden. Yeah, Dirk Hukenmacher says, but Arden got a girly in Mang's 24-hour stream. I was there, I know. That was a hilarious moment. He finally got a girl. Probably thanks to ardenmingle.com. Maybe they were meeting up. Dagdar didn't know it, but they were meeting up. Arden snatched her. Oh, that's a good question. FoxLife63 asks, do you think we'll get the Three Houses students in their uniforms when they come to Heroes, or their canon class change? It's a good point. I still kind of, I'll be honest with you, I still don't know why we didn't see Rowan and Leanna. Not that they were like the greatest or anything, but I really thought they kind of missed out on the opportunity to cross-promote there by having like the Warriors OCs end up in Heroes as characters. So usually when I think about like new OCs ending in Heroes, I like have some hesitation for a second. But with Three Houses, like, yeah, eventually they have to. Absolutely have to. It's a good question, though. Because everybody could be a noble and work on pretty much anything, it looks like, it would be weird if we got their normal outfits. So they'll probably come up with some weird or interesting builds for each of them. But yeah, I can't say as to whether or not we'll see like their standard generic outfits or anything. Maybe they would. But, you know, maybe like Edelgard will end up with like an axe and, you know, something like that. Claude will have his bow. Not gonna lie, I couldn't stand the Lemon Twins. I like Leanna, actually. But yeah, Rowan was basically like Naruto, but like kind of worse. I don't hate Naruto or anything, but you know, Naruto can be Naruto and it gets annoying, so having like a bad Naruto in there wasn't the best. Absolutely not. Someone says there's possibly some copyright with those characters from Warriors preventing their appearance. That's true, but they also collabed with Intelligence Systems, so I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, it depends on if Koei Tecmo owns Rowan and Leanna, I guess, and whether or not they could use it. But you would think that for marketing purposes, they would have like had them in the game anyway, and just found a way to make a deal or something with it. Michael Lee says, sorry that I'm so late. Has Stevie summoned his find and vote hero? We did. Chat helped me pick. This is what we did. I think we did pretty good. I'll put it out as a highlight because it was pretty funny. It was enjoyable. I had a good time doing that. But it's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Should we do Aether Raids? The thing is, like, when I play Aether Raids, it's such a stressful ordeal for me because I want to do well, but I'm also not the kind of person, like, to me there comes a certain point when Fire Emblem Heroes is not fun anymore. If I'm going to sit there for an hour figuring out every little thing, I don't have the AI turn order memorized off the top of my head or anything like that. That's something that I would really need to learn to be exceedingly a lot better at Aether Raids than I am. So eventually maybe, but like I was saying, like, to me, it's just not fun. Like, yes, I can sit here for an hour and figure out exactly what's going to happen and find the optimal solution to doing it. But it's like, A, I think that's boring for a stream, and I don't want to make you guys watch that the entire time. And B, that's just not fun to me to, like, I don't know. I'm more of a, I don't want to use the word casual, because I like the more complex stuff in Fire Emblem Heroes, and I like playing Fire Emblem Heroes. But Aether Raids brings on a different kind of stress because you can't redo stuff. Whereas, like, with Arena, if you make a mistake, like, you can try again. Yes, you'll waste crests and whatever, and that is annoying and it stinks too, but it's not as, like, harsh with making mistakes. Aether Raids exceedingly harsh, and even though I really do like the mode, it's easily the most stressful thing to me, and I'm not the kind of person that wants to sit there before I go in, you know, and have an hour's worth per match. Like, it's just, that isn't me. I would rather just play and enjoy the game. I look at stuff, I check stats, that kind of thing, yes, but, like, I don't know. I probably don't usually end up choosing the most optimal solution. I probably make a lot of misplays because of it, because I'd rather just have fun with the game. And so maybe that's just my my mentality behind it, you know, my philosophy behind Fire Emblem, I guess. And it's even more awkward for me too, because I make Fire Emblem videos for YouTube, and there's a lot of people that watch some of the videos, and so and to be honest with you, I don't think there's a lot of people running around with their name as Lucky Crit in the game at this point in time. So it's pretty obvious, like, when you do find me and find my team, and if I have, like, a horrific loss, which is what I did the other night, just trying to, like, squeeze a battle out before reset, and it's, like, really, really embarrassing then. If I play like trash and my name is slapped on it, like, it's just gonna end up in someone's meme compilation or, you know, shitpost video or something eventually. There's more pressure, I think, because of that. If you're a rando, it doesn't matter quite as much. But, you know. So, there's that. I also don't have all these teams, like, fully optimized. So here was the Fjorm team for last season. I enjoyed that team a lot. And also, they need to make it... I think some people have cool tricks I saw, like, on the subreddit, where some people will use their, like, brigades and stuff to equip an entire brigade skill set on people. And I don't have that set up. I really need to do that, actually. So I can quickly switch, or they need to add a feature where you can lock in attackers' skill sets, because I find myself a lot of the times running into some of these without having the right stuff. So this is an old team. I wouldn't use this one anymore. Here was the Fjorm team, so that's outdated already. Should be switched. I was playing around with this team with Legendary Lucina here for the bonuses. But yeah, like I said, I didn't have the best matches the other night, so I don't know that I want to mess with this right now. It needs more work. I do like bringing Loki as utility because she's really fun to use and she really adds some cool value at times. But there's also other times when she's just definitely a bum unit and a waste of a spot, unfortunately. So I haven't found the right balance with her just yet. Yeah, I don't know. Levitain I really like, but I always struggle between wanting to build her as like a more... I do have the more tanky build, like I could do that with Vantage, because DC Vantage is just really, really good right now for, you know, getting through a lot of people's defenses. But I'm always missing like either this attack defense res or attack defense link, and then having somebody else with speed res link, all that kind of stuff. Whatever I pick for her, I end up like missing the other thing. And I have Gale Force on her too, but I don't have a Gale Force team fully put together yet for her. So we could do Aether Raids right now, but I don't think it's going to go particularly well because I don't have it. There's a lot more work I could do to make it better before I just jump in. I just chill in tier 20 AR. I get a lot of grails and flowers, but I don't try hard. Yeah. CV says, can we get a change of music? It just did. Sorry. I know that one was long. Sometimes they're long. I need to like put together a little bit better of a playlist, unfortunately. But it's hard because most of the tracks, unless I specifically go and find like Master NX extended versions on YouTube, most things are kind of really short and they go by really fast. Unless I just throw in like the entire Fire Emblem soundtrack and just put it on random or something. Actually, we could use more Shadows of Valentia music, and that's not even in here either. What a mistake. Let's see, what else am I missing here? Close that. Sorry guys, I closed the tab here, so let me get this back open, make sure everything's still good. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night. I know we're not doing too much. It's usually, it ends up being too much for me to go through and read comments and play at the same time. I don't know why that's so hard for me, but it just is. Let's switch to... Okay, that's better. What do you think? All right, let's maybe I will do one. Let's just see what happens here. But let me take a look at these builds for a minute. Sorry if this is going to be boring, but let's get this right if I'm going to do this. Also, you know, 15 team slots seems like it would be a lot. It seems like it's plenty, but I got to be honest with you, it's never enough for me, even still. And not having the 5th slot is also kind of annoying in here too. As much as that doesn't make sense for any other mode, I would like a better way of putting together teams for sure. All right, so we know we're doing this. Choosing between Loki and Aversa is hard sometimes too. And these are, technically these are still light characters. I'm not switching them to get extra points for Anima Season, which is probably a mistake. Call it a pitfall, if you will. But, I probably do have some other characters that I could use instead. But I don't know. To build around Legendary Lucina, this is more the way to go for me. With what I have. What am I doing here? There you are. And then we'll take a look at... Guess I'll throw Fjorm in here. Fjorm is so good. Alright, thing is, if I want to go Vantage on her, I definitely need to pump up her defense and res. She'll probably want something else instead of that. Or I go Gale Force. That's the other thing too, is I hate with the bonus units, like, I don't want to heavily invest in another random bonus unit, like, every couple weeks. I think that's really stupid. Like, if I gave her Gale Force right now to make her, you know, be a part of the Gale Force concept here, she's not going to be a bonus unit for that much longer. So it's like, is there really a point in doing that? I don't know. I think also Leva could benefit from that, but I don't know. I also have old skill sets on people I need to update too. Because, I mean, if we go DC Vantage with Distant Defense Seal, then I need other people to pump up her defenses, which means that most of the other slots end up having to be for that, because she's just not the tankiest. She's okay, but she's also not the fastest, which is a problem. I encountered a really bad Lewin the other night. And I mean, Lewin is just inherently fast, so that's a problem. But with the desperation built in and stuff too, it wasn't great for Levitain here. And only one smite user. I know some people also don't like repo, but I like having drawback. The problem is that I usually end up giving it to the wrong person who needs to be drawn back later. who ends up in trouble. So I got to pay more attention. How many people do you think play Heroes and don't know that there's other Fire Emblem games other than that? Probably a good amount, but I'd imagine that if they actually pay attention enough to see like the banners coming out, they must wonder like what some of this stuff is from. You know what I mean? They announced the game names on the thing, so they got to realize they're coming from somewhere. But if you played Heroes and thought of it as like these are the new characters that they made specifically for the game, it was probably really boring for a long time because they probably weren't all that creative because they were just like pumping out, you know, characters from certain games and not necessarily like totally unique, interesting stuff all the time. So I feel bad for those people, but Amanda Green, good night. Thank you for joining me. Sorry, I didn't pay attention for a little bit here. Could I get a Stevie tutorial on Fire Emblem Heroes jargon? What kind of jargon? How about chain challenges or gardens? That's probably easier. We could try that. Let me see how many I have saved up, how many I have not done. One it looks like. All right, well let's we could do that. That'll be fun. This needs more thought because I just don't know that Levitain is inherently taking enough and fast enough without customizing the entire team around her to be able to live. She's not as effective of a tank as Fjorm was, unfortunately. And that was just a really, really good strat last season. I really liked that. Made Aether Raids a breed. Made Aether Raids a breeze last time around. Not this time, though. See, and it would be nice to have another category in here for... actually, this one I can clear out now at this point. But it'd be nice to have a specifically blessings category. Let me put on some Shadows of Valentia music. Give me a second. Because I had none in this playlist, and that is a huge mistake. I love Echo's music. Let's see. I like Radiant Arc. Let's throw this in here. There we go. Much better. So, we're going Earth Blessing. I think the only Earth Legendary I have... Oh, no, I have Female Grima at this point. I have Icon Grima. So, what do I want to do here? I really need to, like, revamp my blessings on people, too. Like, we will do this, but it might get a little sparse by the end. Because at this point, some different people could use different blessings. And I've also taken people who had other blessings and given them light blessings and stuff like that for Aether Raids. So there's definitely some holes that I have now and stuff. But let's see. I don't love the kit that I have on this, but it's pretty standard. Maybe we could go with a flying team. Do I still have a lot of flyers here? Nope. Not that are Earth anymore. Let's see. Oh yeah, even Rhine. I used to have a bunch of cabs in here too for Earth, but Rhine ended up being light, and Cecilia. That would have been pretty nice. All right, let's go pseudo flyer emblem at least. See if we can't do it with this. She doesn't have a seal on, but see if I need it. Sometimes I can't be bothered. No, wrong mode. See how bad the map is. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. We do have Archer Setsuna to deal with here, so I'll probably get that out of the way first. Is that a 5-star gray I see? You must be a man of culture. He was a pity breaker, unfortunately. I don't mind him. I never really use him, to be honest. It's unfortunate, but do you have a... Oh, you have a goad, yeah. So we could try for this. Next time I'll try to increase the game volume too. Sorry, it's not that loud. The music is just so much more loud. It's actually maxed in the app, but the volume of Mimu doesn't seem to work right now. Let's see what we got here. Kill on Tsubaki. Oh yeah, we got this. This one's easy. I still really like this Spring Camilla, by the way. She's been power crept by, like, Flying Nino. Flying Nino has just ridiculous amounts of speed. I found, the person actually reached out to me, too, because they saw my, challenging their defense. But they had a ridiculous Aether Raids defense team with, the desert map with a Flying Nino, and she ended up having, like, 57 speed or something just gross like that. And the unit that you would usually pick to go attack and, like, you know, start things, start cleaning up, was a Catria that had, like, a double smoke. It was a cool idea. Stuff to keep in mind for when building, like, my stuff and your guys' stuff. Like, the obvious unit that everybody would go to target first also had double smokes and some other stuff that pretty much made it, like, not the right choice to attack first. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Sunburned Penguin says, am I free to play? No, I am not. I am not free to play. I'm not near the level of some other content creators with how much they've spent, but I'm not free to play. I have spent... I'm probably like mini whale status. Probably. I know there's dolphin. I think I'm probably beyond dolphin. There's no set ranges for these terms, okay? But, you know. Alright, so we want to avoid... Kagero doesn't even have the poison dagger, so that's whatever. Actually, my Kagero still has Earth Blessing, so let's take advantage of that. Why don't we? Just bring Corel for the giggles. Other people that we might not necessarily need next time around. I don't know, Mia. Probably not going to use Roderick either, so let's go with that. Let's see. Actually, swap this. Actually, no. That is what I wanted. Silly me. Let's, oh yeah, I do still have it on. Good. Sorry, I clicked something. Hope this didn't, oh no, stream still seems to be fine. Let's destroy this inferior Kagero. Spiral says, can you get extra lit from Anima Heroes when attacking? I thought they were for defense only. Yeah, I think you are right. It is defense. But I don't have Anima Blessings on anybody. Don't have Duma. So yeah, I guess it's a moot point. But I cannot get any bonuses this season, unfortunately. Is that a kill? No. Just let them have fun with Corel, I guess. This one's not too bad. I was kind of hoping, or I was kind of thinking it was going to be a little bit worse. Oh wow, he did actually a lot worse than I thought. But we got the kill, so it's fine. Yeah, this is fine too. Finish off the Hannah. Get you out of there. Ah, Faye froze. Ah! Sorry, guys. I knew something bad would happen when I clicked that. I resized the screen, so no wonder what. I like accidentally did it. Hold on. See if we can't, there we go. Should be better now. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry I didn't pay attention for a couple minutes there. We're all good here. Oh, he had drag back. Whoops. That's all right. We still got it. Forgot about that. There's a lot to pay attention to. I saw the JoJo references. Alright, another Kagero without the poison dagger. That's fine. Somebody has to duel Ryoma. Let's see. Could probably end up being Ira here. Oh, actually, no. We could nuke him with Ophelia. That's probably what we're going to do. Yeah, that looks about right. I'm going to get rid of Hector, though. And we're going to go... Well, maybe Hector's a good tank, actually. Let's try it out. Simple. I like Ophelia. It's kind of why, even though I already did Special Spiral Ishtar, another Blue Mage, I still kind of want a Special Spiral Ophelia, to be honest. Even though that's the pretty generic way of doing it. Like, everybody has done it. Let's, I'll leave you like that. I forgot she actually has a slaying spear. Not the best move there, but it's fine. Still got the kill. Yeah, I could have killed Saizo, but I was a little... It was probably fine, but I was nervous about... Actually, I guess he wasn't even in range. I'm just being silly, I think. Yeah, I could have gotten the Saizo kill, but that's fine. We're good. Hold on one second, guys. For some reason, I thought he was within range of Hinata. I was getting a call, so let me make sure that things are okay. Alright. Ira cleans it up. And we got the win. That was a close moment for Hector. A little bit. It's okay, we had a dancer. And Oboro is slow. That cleans up the gardens. I would probably do some heroic... Maybe we could try some heroic ordeals. Naysalas I can't do, or at least... it's going to take a much different partner than I was trying, because I only have 4-star Naysala, and that's actually a pretty tough map. Pan, though. I think I stopped raising Pan. Yeah, actually, I didn't even... I didn't even level up Pan yet, so I'm not going to do that one. What am I doing here? Selkie's not done, I don't think, either. Neither is this New Year's Freed, because I'm just going to sack him, I think, when the time comes. Cliffs is actually quite challenging. I need to find a better partner for him in that one, too. I'm kind of down to the see if we can see if we can't do this one. Because I did inherit her a little bit, so she's a little bit better than she was. And of course, like I said, Legendary Azura does trivialize a lot of these, unfortunately. But you could still do it if you don't have her. I do love that you have to end up facing yourself in most cases, though. It's awesome. I should try Vanilla Marth. Oh yeah, I probably didn't do that one. Got the cleanup on ourself. It's the Hector I think I'm really worried about, but maybe if I can charge special. With the, yeah, it's, I need the inflated stats though, and we didn't get it this turn, so. Oh yeah, look at that, easy. Alright, clean that one up. It's a shame that they differentiated each tier of characters in Heroic Ordeals by when they came out, because starting units give you, like, nothing. Like 2 Dragon Flowers each. It's not great. It's really not great. Let's do, before we play that again, I'll put some different music this time around. We're going to expand this playlist and eventually get it to the point where I don't have to deal with it anymore, and some good tunes will just always be playing. Is Chapter 2 good? Village theme. I like this one. A little dark, but I like it. Down with that. Let's see. You want me to try OG Marth? All right. Where is OG Marth? Did I do Marth? I must have done Marth. I'm just not seeing him for some reason. Oh yeah, I did Marth. I wonder how bad male Grima's is with the buffs. Let's find out. When are we getting a Tearing Saga banner? Probably never. I am going to be doing a video on Kaga, though, at some point in the near future. The script is almost there. It's been there for a while, because it's gotten a little delayed while I've done other stuff, but I absolutely want to do that. I think it's long overdue that we talk about Kaga. Someone says, I thought it was based on difficulty. No, I'm pretty sure it's the new batches of units. Like Gen 3 units, like anybody that's been released in the past little while gives you the most Dragon Flowers. I think it's 40 each. Oh, look at that. We even get the kill on Alm. The Legendary Azura, just too good. Just such an ultimate single support unit. But yeah, with the way that Kaga was, the way he left Intelligent Systems, and with what's happened since then, I don't think that we'll ever see Tearing Saga stuff. They didn't even refer to him as the creator of Fire Emblem in the 25th anniversary for like anything, I think. For any of the books or anything like that, which is really sad, actually. I think he should still get the name credit. But keep an eye on a sub box near you. The exiled creator of Fire Emblem, Shozu Kaga. Let's see. I'm trying to think of who else I have leveled up here. I don't have most of these characters leveled up, to be honest with you. I don't know if this If the lack of support... Let me see. Let's see if we can do this one. I might not be able to, though. Wow, poor Alm. No. We're gonna do this. Actually, they all move, I think. Yep. Not what I wanted, but that's fine. We can make it work with these crazy buffs. Wonder why he left? There's a couple reasons why he left. We'll get to it in the video. I don't remember every single one off the top of my head. But I do think, it's rumored, but I do think that he was pretty upset about Gunpei Yokoi, I think, was dishonorably discharged. It's difficult to know because that was back like pretty much before the internet in a lot of ways, so there's not a lot of actual documentation about this stuff. And also in Japanese work culture, people could be dishonorably discharged, but they'll just say that they resigned. You know, it's kind of like in some cases over here, but they don't want to bring dishonor upon people's families. So in a lot of cases, you wouldn't know like what the situation was behind the scenes that caused them to leave anyway. But I think he was very disappointed with Gunpei Yokoi leaving or getting fired or whatever. And I think he expressed interest in wanting to work on some stuff. He was going in a different direction with the games that he wanted to make, and at least the platforms that he wanted to make. I think he didn't want to do 3D, if I remember right. I'd have to check my script. It's been a couple weeks since I read it, but there's a lot of stuff that happened there. But stay tuned. It'll be a cool video for sure. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of time to make that video. But thankfully, people just found within the past like couple of months, we finally have like an actual color photo of Kaga, which we didn't have for like years and years before. But someone found it, someone on Reddit. The Geek is asking, could you tell me the basic jargon of heroes? But I don't, like, what basic jargon are you looking to hear here? Starting from the beginning? That'd be a long tutorial, my friend. Very long. I think we're going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes at 11. We haven't been doing too much. At some point, I will do Aether Raids. I'm just not prepped with this team. I think I'm going to fail miserably if I run in with this team right now. Because I just don't know. I'm not solid on where I want Lucina to be yet, whether I want to go with the Desperation build. And kind of focus on her, buffing her up so that she can snipe a bunch of people. Or if I want to focus on Levitain or somebody else and throw them into the mix. But I will figure it out. I have to. Because I gotta waste some ether so I can actually gain some back. But Line Perfect says, oh really, have a link? If you look up on Reddit, it's there. But actually, let me I'll show you though from the file that I have. There he is. There's the man himself. It's a little low quality of an image, of course, and it's pretty similar to the black and white one that we've had. I'm pretty sure it's the same image, but seeing him in colors is interesting. For the first time. There's probably other photos of him out there, but you know, we're not privy to them, I guess. Imagine him, and he probably has like, unless he's super secretive, he probably has social media, but he does seem to be pretty secretive. Pretty to himself. Unseen Force asks, do you think the dungeon aspect of Echoes could be expanded enough to be its own game? It was a little, to a degree, it was a little lacking. I really did enjoy the third-person dungeon crawling in Echoes. I thought it was really cool. I think if they did it, we would need a little bit more. Like puzzles, like actual puzzles to solve. More rewards, more... There's a way. There's a way. They could do a game with that, I'm sure. Yeah. Be a different Fire Emblem. Lord Atma says, you may as well do it, man, else your ether goes to waste. But see, the thing is, I'll probably think about it for at least another hour, and I'm not going to sit here and waste an hour of stream and an hour of your guys' time considering what I'm going to do with it. Rushing in. I bet he was happy when Fire Emblem was failing. I don't know. I don't think... He doesn't seem to be that bitter. There is a blog that people are like 99% sure it's his blog because it's shared insider stuff on like Vesteria Saga and some of his other projects since then. And he gets questions all the time, I think, about fates and stuff like that. And he got a little annoyed because I think people didn't realize that he has nothing to do with fates, something like that. He was getting a little tired of getting the comments, or maybe it was comments where they were asking his opinion of the new stuff. And I think he got tired of answering that question. But I don't think he seems bitter. I just do think it's kind of a disgrace, though, if you're going to have like a 25th celebration anniversary event for Fire Emblem like they did in Japan, and he wasn't mentioned. I don't think he was there. It's just sad, you know. It stinks. Because it's probably only, or mostly due to him, the reason why we're playing this kind of stuff today. You know, he might not be responsible for the latest stuff, but it's because of him that Fire Emblem existed at all. So, but yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap it here. I will, like I said, we'll do an Aether Raid stream when I feel more comfortable about the team. I just don't want to rush in and die right now. We have 2 hours left, or 2 hours left. What am I thinking? I have until 2 a.m. tonight to figure out what I'm doing with it and try something else. But at least then, if I fail miserably, it won't be on camera. So we'll play that later. And hopefully, the next air season, I'll be able to fix my score a little bit better. I love those seasons. Those are the seasons for me. This is like the lame season. No bonus points for me. Yes, Argo, it is. The blog was in Japanese, but we do have enough information translated to know certain things that happened. Thanks to Cantopia and Serenus Forest, Vincent ASM, those folks, we do have a lot. And I did a very minor little interview with Vincent ASM for that video, so you guys will get to hear a little bit of his insight beyond my insight too. So that'll be cool. Not his voice though. I didn't have him record audio or anything, but we'll provide what he said. So that'll be cool. It'll be awesome. Thank you everyone for joining me on this stream. Thank you so much. Hope you had fun. If you missed the main highlights from it, I will be sure to clip them and upload them within the next week or so, probably. So you can check that out. And I'll try to stream again maybe later on next week. And we'll have more of an agenda to go through, because today we didn't have that much. We just kind of did some hero stuff I was saving and holding on to and waiting for. So once again, thank you so much. Hope you had a good Friday evening here with me. And stay tuned for more content and the next stuff. If you want to get notified the next time I'm going to stream, you can follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. Those are the 2 main places that I post about it. Sometimes I'll post in the community tab on YouTube, but not that often usually. Because it's hard to, like, usually I'll send a tweet that says I'm thinking about streaming or like setting it up. And then typically like 2 hours after that or worse, you know, depending upon what issues I face setting up the stream, then finally I'll send out the real tweet that says I'm streaming. So yeah, that'll be the case. Follow us on Twitter at LuckyCritGaming, or you can join the Discord. And if you want a quick link to the Discord, go to ardenmingle.com. Arden Mingle. Actually, I think I probably still have it pasted. I do indeed. Here's the Discord if you want to join and talk to folks there. We got some great users over there. I'm really proud of the Discord, actually. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys soon with some new videos and stuff. And some big stuff in the way, like the Kaga video. So I will be working upon that, as well. And some, you know, general announcement stuff is coming too. I got a channel update I want to make, and I want to talk about Anime North and about how I'll be attending Anime North, especially with some other really cool folks. So look forward to that. But thank you guys so much. Good night, and I will catch you next time.